happening.
Oh no.
It's not the good gag either.
Oh no.
It was kind
Whoop.
Whoop, there it is.
kind of crazy.
Good evening. What up, doe? It is Wednesday.
What up, doe? What up, doe?
Wednesday.
What was Jessica saying? She said, did she say we're a little crazy? Did she hear we're a little crazy?
Here I am. Sorry.
There she is.
You're good. It is October 20th.
We're sound. I don't know why everybody's like a low sound today.
Huh? I didn't hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but from really far.
That's really
Hello.
weird.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you hear this? Can you hear that? I don't know. Can you hear that?
Well, we can hear you great.
We can hear you.
You're good.
You're good. So we're here with Jessica. Thanks for joining us. She is, I said pop star, so she said songwriter, singer. She's actually performing tonight. Where are you performing tonight, Jessica?
I'm performing at the Hut in Anaheim, California.
Okay.
Nice.
She's performing open mic. She said she's been singing for about 4 years. She's originally, I believe, she said she was from Ecuador. Raised in LA?
Yes.
Raised in LA.
California.
Raised in LA.
Love it.
Yes.
She's been singing for about 4 years. Shared some stuff off air. Hopefully I can share it. She said, and I don't mean to get you emotional, but she said her husband died about 4 years ago, terminal illness, and it kind of pushed her to doing this, getting into music, pushing her into singing. And, you know, just like Tori said, your husband's with you at all times, even though he's not present. He's definitely looking down on you. I was listening to some of your music, so that's the reason why I wanted to bring you on. I didn't know about the husband, so I know you said it's coming up on his 4-year anniversary. So definitely, he is there with you, Jessica. He is,
he is guiding. He is that guiding light.
Yeah, and you said that everybody. I think you said something about like we all sing, but you know what I mean. I sound like LB Shore in the shower, but I really can't keep it.
I had to unmute my microphone to say I doubt that, but
how powerful it actually be, you know. But all those tears, all that crying, it just turned into music and so
it's a beautiful therapy. It's a beautiful therapy.
Able to share music and go pop up at open mics. I have a show this Saturday. I'm gonna be opening up for Kid Frost.
Oh,
I mean that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a huge deal. Oh my God!
Out there. I just appreciate everybody.
That's awesome.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
He's an icon.
You make me want to go get voice lessons now.
Yeah.
I swear.
Performing at Saturday with Frost.
Her name is Maria Ferrari. She's on Instagram, Queen Vision Entertainment. She's amazing. She's an influencer and she's a vocalist. And you know, when I tapped into this whole music, I was like, "Can I do it? Can I do it?" And then I found her through a hashtag. And so made the appointment, went, and she told me, you know, I see a lot of people all the time and I gotta break hearts, but I hear something. I hear something in your voice, and so we just been working ever since, you know.
Is she in California?
Music out on Apple platform and all platforms. My music's out there, you know. I'm just getting started, like I said, but there's so much that I still have to give. I have so much to say, you know, and music is just, it's just always there for me. No matter what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, I can always turn to music, and you know what I mean?
That's great.
It's beautiful.
Vocalist in California as well?
I'm sorry?
Is the vocalist in California as well?
Is the what? I'm sorry?
Your vocalist, your voice coach, is she in California?
Yeah, Queen Vision Entertainment. I think she's about... she's over at 150K now. She kind of went viral recently.
Wow, that's awesome.
She's right now. She really is.
I'm in Arizona, so that would be a long drive for me to go see her.
It is a long drive, but And I thank her, you know, for kind of pulling me out the closet and helping me musically and believing in me most of all.
That's amazing.
So I know you said it's the anniversary of your husband's passing. So my question to you is, when you're growing up in LA, did you always like the music, or you just kind of, you know what I mean? Once that happened, that kind of triggered when, like, you know what? Let me start singing. I know that's what you said, but I just want to reiterate. Is that
music? As a child, I've loved music. You know, like I have so many favorite artists. It's just like I said, everybody sings. You know what I mean? It's just,
right.
Until he passed, and I was like, wait a minute. I started paying more attention to my voice and like, why can't I stop doing this? And yeah, singing just became like my therapy. So
that, I mean, that makes sense. You know, Tori's son, I know he's a rapper as well, and I know that is a huge therapeutic outlet for, you know, if you're a writer, or if you're a songwriter or a rapper, that helps you therapeutically get what you want, feelings out on paper. So I get that a lot from rappers and songwriters. Helps me write. This helps me do that. Your first song, was it about your husband, or was it just about a different? What was your first song?
No, my music is more on the pop side. It's really flirty because, you know, like I'm single now, and I'm like, I can't even believe it. I one man all my life, and then he's all of a sudden gone. And so a lot of my music is, you know, club type of music.
Hey,
and
that's where the money's at.
It's just flirty.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't wrote him specifically a song yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, I was checking out your YouTube. Some of the stuff that's on there, is that you singing? You have the Entangled.
You know what I mean? We're working on that right now. I'm creating my first music video, but of course that takes a village, you know what I mean? And I'm slowly trying to build a team and see like which way to go, how to go about it, you know, because like I said, I just tapped into this gift, so it's a lot more, you know. The music.
That's awesome.
Take a minute to get comfortable with it, but you'll be all right. You look like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You look the background. I mean, you already look like a star for real.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
That's okay. Did she not hear me?
Wait, maybe I can stand up and get closer. I don't know. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I don't think maybe it's delayed.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I
fine.
can hear you. We want. Can you hear me?
I'm not on the camera's way.
Could you hear me when I spoke?
Yeah, let me see. Maybe if I could get my volume going.
I don't think she can hear me.
All right.
All I see is boobs.
Yeah. You like the what?
I said all I see is boobs. I'm not really focused on what you're saying. I'm looking at your boobs.
Oh, my background. This is my vanity. So
she missed it. She missed it.
And so he built this for me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
your husband was a carpenter?
Yeah. He was
okay, we'll skip over what I was looking at. That's way more important.
And he built stuff with his hands, you know, and
I'm
kind of just so bummed out that he's not here to see all of that.
Oh, I wish I could give you a hug.
Thank you. I would.
He is there seeing it all. Trust me, I know this. I know this. He is with you. I know he sends you signs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, for sure.
Am I too close to the camera?
No, you're fine. I got some questions. So growing up in LA, is it difficult? Is it difficult to be, because she said she was born in Ecuador. Is it difficult being Ecuadorian? Because you probably get mistaken for a Mexican, right? Hey, you know.
All the time people think I'm Mexican. And I'm from Ecuador.
Does that upset you at all?
No, not at all. Never. Never.
Okay. I was just wondering, you know, because, you know, LA, a lot of people are, you know, they, if you're from LA and, you know, you look Latino or Latin, they just assume that you're Mexican.
Right.
But LA is actually a melting pot. I mean, you got people from Panama, you got people from
there's
Colombia,
all kinds of people.
You got all kinds of Latinos that live in LA. So I was just wondering, what's your thoughts, you know, being Ecuadorian?
No, I love all cultures.
You love all cultures.
They're all married to.
Are you fluent?
My cousins are Mexican, so I just love everybody.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
Yes, I am.
Okay. because I was gonna say it's got to be difficult if you're not fluent in Spanish in LA, right?
No.
I mean, I think everybody can say tacos, right? I need some tacos. But I mean, if you don't speak the Spanish, someone gonna fuck with you and give you some real hot sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Hot sauce. Give me the hot sauce.
I want it hot, and they see this gringo go up there, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck him up. We're gonna put the hot."
We're gonna get a hot.
Yeah. So, so I know you're in Anaheim, so you got to tell me, are you a big sports fan? Because I mean, you got the Dodgers.
You know, I was a big fan of a lot of things, but like I said, I kind of went into grief mode after he passed, and I kind of got turned away from television and just focused on the music. But yeah, I love the Dodgers. I love the Lakers. I haven't really been in tune with it. It's kind of not fun when you don't have anybody to watch it.
Right, you don't have anybody. Yeah. I get that.
You know?
Been there.
Besides doing a show tonight and Saturday, where's the Saturday gig at? I'm sorry.
It's in Gardena.
Gardena.
Okay. So I kind of travel around all LA to share this music of mine.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So what?
Nerve-wracking, but
next time I come to visit that area, I'm gonna look you up and find out if you're performing.
Seems like it's going that way, so I'm just trying to get enough, exposure and just share the music with everybody.
Jessica, next time I'm in.
That when you lose somebody, it doesn't mean you have to lose yourself either. You could tap into your gifts because God put gifts in all of us, and I just believe that we have to hurt so deep to pull those gifts out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
absolutely
more
perseverance. I always like to stress that.
Yeah.
Perseverance produces.
Right. So I got a question. So what are you working on now? And then do you have a single that you're working on? What are you working on now?
Yes, I just dropped a single. It's called Into You.
Is that on Apple Podcast or Apple Music?
Yes, okay. It's all out there on Apple Music, on iTunes, YouTube, all of that good stuff, on Spotify.
So
you'll find my music there.
Do you
I'll be
sing
uploading
with
some more very soon because during the pandemic, I was with my engineer the whole time, and we wrote about 13 to 14 songs, and so now slowly I'm releasing them. You know what I mean?
Right. So what's the name of that song? I'm sorry, I'm looking at you. I'm sorry?
Yeah, Into You.
Into You. Okay.
So Jessica, can you hear me, Jessica? Do you sing with a band? Do you sing with a band or do you sing by yourself?
I sing by myself.
Oh, nice.
I do.
Next time I'm in town, I'm gonna.
That would be nice, right?
Yeah. Next time I'm in town, I'm gonna look you up and see if you're performing anywhere. I'd love to come see you live.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Amazing.
I'm trying to look for it, Jessica. I don't know if you could send me
music.
Is it under your name?
Yeah, Jessica Villacis.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I went to Spotify and I didn't see anything.
Spotify is so funny. I swear. Every time I go on there, it's hard. They're funny. Like even when I look my son's stuff up, it sends me to like some random thing. I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh, is it Tonight? Is that the song?
That's one of them, but Into You is my newest one.
Into You is the new one.
Okay, let me play it. Give me a second.
I'm into you, you into me.
You wanna dance, right?
Your style, it's young and wild. I'm into you. Why can't you see the things you do? Make me go all night. Sexy conversation, late night destination. Make me go all night. Mental stimulation, thoughts of you, baby. Make me go all night. Don't you want me, baby? Let me love you crazy. Try your luck on me, boy. Spin the wheel on me, boy. Spend it all on me. I'm into you, you into me. I like your style, It's young and wild. I'm into you. Why can't you see the things you do? Make me go all night. Sexy conversation. Heard you want me, baby. Make me go. Mental stimulation. Love you till the day's gone. Make me go all night. Don't you want me, baby? Let me love you crazy. Try your luck on me, boy. Spin the wheel on me, boy. I'm into you, into me. I like your style. It's young and wild. I'm into you. Why can't you see the things you do?
It's just so crazy to hear it play back. It's like,
I was dancing for Instagram. So my daughter tuned in and I was dancing on Instagram. So, definitely club pop feel. I got a question for you. Have you ever heard of? Because I know you grew up in LA, but you know a lot of people they kind of categorize it as different music. But have you ever heard of like freestyle, like club music, like that type of music, or no?
yeah, that's what I see a lot at these open mics.
Okay.
Freestyle. And it's pretty interesting. They're like, "Are you a rapper? Do you rap?" And I'm like, "No, I sing." It's totally
No.
different.
It's like a club. It's like a God, I can't even think.
It's a different genre. It's like a techno club kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of got the clubby beat that you had going on.
Right. Brought it up.
Yeah.
Little Susie.
Yeah, Little Susie, or like who else would she know? I don't know her age. Yeah, like Stevie B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
So
that kind of vibe.
That's what I was trying to feel like. I feel like you do like freestyle music, so that's why I was asking. So
yeah.
I know you said you have a show.
Oh, sorry, she wrote that song. Can you ask her?
Yeah, did you write that song?
Yes, I did. I did that.
Nice.
Okay.
I write all my music.
Okay.
Love
cool.
it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
crazy.
I love it.
I've always loved English. I always loved poetry. Like, that's my strongest subject, And now that I can put it into lyrics,
right.
it's amazing.
That's awesome because not everybody can write. Not everybody can write. So that's good that's where you started. That's your root. You know what I mean? Where you started from was writing poems and all that. So that's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, you know what? I know you have a show tonight, so I didn't want to keep you too much longer. I just kind of wanted to give you some exposure. I definitely appreciate you coming on the show. How do we, if we want to listen to Jessica, and I can put the link in there, but I want you like to verbalize that. If we want to listen to Jessica, where do we find her? How do we find her on social media?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on all music platforms. Jessica Villacis. Just type me in. I'm right there. You'll see my music. It's been a blast talking to you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate
you.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
We're gonna throw you in the chat. I'll send you the MP3 when we're done. We appreciate you coming on. Thanks, Jessica. You have a blessed night.
God bless you. Stay strong.
Jessica, can you hear me?
Yes.
Jessica, can you hear me?
Yes,
God bless you. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Sending you lots of love and hugs for the upcoming anniversary of your husband.
I hope to see you guys again soon. And
come back. Come back.
A little bit better.
Yeah, no. He's with you, especially in the next couple days. Okay?
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Guys,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, baby.
How was your guys Wednesday? You know, I try to get into more of a conversation.
Damn, hold on, man. Let me let that soak in for a minute. Damn, because that was like an emotional interview a little bit.
It was.
Just give me a second.
I know, right?
Like, hold on, whoa.
Whew, hit us with a whole bunch of stuff at once.
I mean, like I could just from the moment we started talking. I mean, I started.
I don't think
getting
you could hear
like,
well for whatever
it was
reason.
hard for her to hear us. But you could feel
she's a little nervous. She's got a lot of things going on. It's all good.
Yeah.
But I was.
You could feel, you could feel her happiness about her music, but you could feel her heaviness about her husband. And so I know that pulls on each other. It happens with me. I could totally relate to her. Because I have that every day, pulling with my happiness and my sadness. It's like, you know, I'm happy, but I'm sad he's not here to enjoy it with us. And that's exactly how she put it. And so I'm glad she's got that music for therapy. And I loved her song. Usually, and I'm not going to, no offense to any of our guests, but sometimes I'll hear a song and I'm like, it's okay, I'll dance with it. That one part, right?
No, that was
I liked it. I loved that little vibe she had going on. That was a good beat too. She picked a good beat for that. Nice club music, just, you know, simple lyric, but catchy.
Yeah, I could definitely hear that in a club and somewhere.
Catchy.
Techno club.
Yeah, super catchy.
Yeah, super catchy. Drunk as fuck and just like
drunk as fuck. I was in it. Drunk. Yeah. Give me my drink. Where my drink at?
Where my drink
at? Night.
Yeah,
Go
I'm like
all night.
I'm like Rick James. Hold my drink, bitch.
Hold my drink, bitch. Yeah, we need to go see her live when we go to Cali, guys.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Cool.
So, how was your day, Alex, for Wednesday? Anything exciting? You do anything exciting this week?
Normal day. No, just cut the grass. I just cut my grass, and I'm tired. I did a lot of cleaning up and shit like that, and no, I'm
was your shoes?
I'm prepping myself for something. I might be going back to work or another job soon. So I'm not doing nothing, man. I'm just prepping myself. I'm working out, doing absolutely a bunch of nothing but good healthy stuff.
What color is those shoes today? Were they all green?
No.
That's I hate that when you I remember cutting grass.
Cut my shoes in white shoes, or cut the grass in white shoes.
White shoes on. Green fuck, and I'm like, oh my god, why did I do that? But
don't you guys have like a car? See, I always made sure I have like a pair of shoes that are just for grass cutting.
That's what I'm like. Who cuts their shoes or just cuts their shoes? Who cuts their grass in like Pee Wee Herman shoes?
No, I have a specific pair.
Yeah, of course.
Keep them in the garage.
Funny because we were, I think Jamie got a hoodie, and I was thinking about his dad. His dad used to live on Campbell on Verner, and you see him outside cutting his grass in like a 3-piece suit. Yeah, like he was cutting his grass.
Where the fuck are them kids at? Why weren't they cutting the damn grass?
I don't know. He was always cutting the grass in his suit. I always thought that was pretty cool. I said he's the only guy that would dress up to cut grass. How about you, Tori? What'd you do today? How's your weekend? A lot of.
Are we on the weekend already?
Yeah. No.
The past weekend. Past weekend was good. You know, it was Dom's birthday on Monday, so went out to dinner. Dom. Hey, yeah, he had fancy dinner, huh?
Happy 26. I tried to get him a midget with a pig. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he said that you couldn't find one with scurvy, so he didn't want it. I don't know what that meant. Peg leg and Alex's face.
Damn, peg leg. Hook hands and shit.
So other than that, just been working and prepping for my parents to come in town.
How exciting.
Yeah. So they'll be in town.
Like, Rory, take me I want to go to the Grand Canyon. I want to do this. I want to do it.
Calm down. Calm the fuck down. I'll tell him you'll take them. I'm gonna give them your phone number. Here you go. I hired someone to take y'all. Have fun.
Yeah.
No, they want to go to Vegas.
Vegas.
They want to go to Vegas. I don't know.
I would just skip over your ass and go to Vegas then. Shit.
Right? They want to go to Vegas. My mom's already booked the rooms. It's kind of like up in the air now, though, because Dom just got hired for a new job, and I really wanted him to go. There was kind of some meaning behind it. It's right before Zach's birthday is coming up. So yeah, we'll see. I'm taking one moment at a time right now.
That's all I'm doing.
I won't even say day by day because some moments are harder than others.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody ask me like 5 questions in like one sentence earlier, and I was like, whoa. I used to be very impatient.
Mm-hmm.
I've come a long, long way, and I'm still not there, but I'm like when I started telling people to relax, in a good like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like,
I'm a little
okay,
impatient
because I'm always like, you know what I mean? When I'm a
No,
laborer. I
like,
like, you know,
yeah.
I like moving. I like talking, all that shit. But you gotta relax once in a while. And like you said, yeah, I'm glad you said that because
I've been super emotional lately.
I'll tell myself one day at a time, and I'm like, no. One thing at a fucking time.
Yeah, mine is one moment
got,
at a time right now.
And nothing's bad.
Certain things
nothing
have been
bad
triggering me.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Right. But yeah, and it's
I don't have
towards
anything
the
really
holidays,
bad, but it's
towards the
just a lot of
holidays too,
anxiety.
you know. Yeah, you know, holidays are coming up and all that stuff like that. So, yup.
I was telling people the other day, I'm like, my brain is literally on a fucking hamster wheel sometimes. And so that's what I've been dealing with. But I'll be okay. How about you, Drake?
I think I need to sometimes like do what you say, but I don't like one thing at a time. I got to do 10 things. You know, like
yeah.
I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
Me too. Sometimes more than I should be doing.
Yeah. God will slow your ass down when he's ready. Don't worry.
That's the scary thing.
So much
slow you down.
And I'm like, I can't just slow down.
Because you don't know where it might come from. You know. So
yeah, and then I have this overwhelming, like, part of me is like, go, I need to calm down. I need my brain to stop. And then another part of me, and I don't know if this goes into the mental health thing, but I don't know if it was triggered by my son's passing, but now I feel like I just want to do all the things, right? Like, oh my God, time is ticking. I got to do this and this and this and this and this, and read this and call this and do that and see this and think about this and what about this and what about that? I'm like, fuck, dude, I got a million bubbles above my head at all times. And then people will be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, trying to be."
And that pisses you off.
And I got all these thoughts in my head. It doesn't piss me off because I'm glad that my circle asks how I am.
No, of course.
I am. It doesn't piss me off. I just feel, honestly, I feel bad because when they ask me, I'm like, fuck, do they really want to know the truth? I should just say, I'm just going to say, I'm okay.
Bullseye.
I'm okay. Trying to be. How are you?
Exactly. Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Because maybe that'll help me. Help me help you, however we want to.
Right.
Help me.
So I went
crazy
to see Halloween this past weekend. I loved it. A lot of people said they didn't like it. I loved it.
What did you say?
Halloween. I went to see Halloween this.
Oh yeah. It was good. I thought it was good.
I liked it. I was kind of surprised because I was talking to Narissa, and Narissa, she's a big horror fan, and she was telling me that I guess the timeline was changed, so she's no longer Jason. She's no longer Michael's sister, and they never explained it.
Spoiler alert.
I guess it's a spoiler.
So many of those I don't even care about none of those movies except for part one.
Part one. 2018 Michael and the newest
part one and forget about the rest.
Are the only ones that are connected. The rest of them didn't matter. So there it is.
And part two didn't matter.
No.
He said.
I'm just
part
saying.
One. You're
general. Part two did not even matter. Like he wasn't even in it. It was about witches and shit. Like,
no, it was actually part three that you're referring to.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's dumb. I don't understand. I don't get that.
I'm not even hip to those no more, man. I could watch, like I said, Nightmare on Elm Street 1, Halloween 1, Jason 1, and I'm good, man. I'll go to the classics. I'm good. I'm for real. I mean, I can't stay. I
could never, I like it, but I could never get into Nightmare on Elm Street. Just was like my least favorite.
Right.
I don't know. After a little while, I was like, "Oh, shut up already!" Or something.
Yeah, that's it became funny after so much.
It became funny. Like I mean, I'm not gonna say I disliked it. It wasn't like, oh, this is my one, right?
Right.
So I always like
it was always the
Halloween and Friday the 13th. Though that's my shit.
Right. Because Freddy Krueger, the character is more relatable than any other characters, so that's why I liked it. And then the other guys are just they don't run and all that, and they just straight up.
They don't run.
So the plot.
How you gonna catch me, motherfucker, if you ain't running?
Sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, the plot has to make sense. So
like a whole ass fuck boy, not even running, catching me, bitch.
Right, and then like they made him run.
Fuck out of here!
I don't know what remake that was. I think it was the Rob Zombie Halloween that he was running, or I don't know if that was him or Jason. Jason was running, and I was like, what in the world? That shit looked crazy.
It looked crazy. Well, I posted a meme the other day. This motherfucker been chasing his what's her name for 30 years. She's definitely not his sister. That's his baby mama. So he's been trying to kill her for 30 years because that's his baby mama. So that's what I decided. But anyways,
that's funny as fuck.
I thought it was good. I thought it was all right. So if you're listening to the show, definitely spoiler. Didn't mean to spoil it for you. But part one.
Well, we didn't really give too much away. We just said that.
Yeah.
Not his sister, which is weird. I don't get it.
Just weird.
Still makes no sense to me. I always see him as her sister. That's how I was groomed to think, right?
Right. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to my parents. They actually left Michigan finally. They've been there since May. May, and they're like, "Oh, we're headed home." And I'm like,
"Isn't that long?"
I was like, "Damn, you don't really live here anymore." So,
what you mean you're heading home? Where your home at? You coming back?
Yeah. And then so my sister came over, right? So about 4 or 5 months ago, I work from home. So about 4 or 5 months ago, I took the fucking phone off the hook. Like I took it off, right? I just did because it would just ring. Now you pick up the phone, and you hear, your warranty, you want to sell you this. So it was all telemarketers, right? My parents had this phone since 1986, this phone number. Mm-hmm. They have the still phone in Detroit. They've had it since 1971. They have
sounds like my mom. My mom has a house phone.
House phones, right?
Yeah, with the answering. Do they have an answering machine?
They did, but now they went to voicemail. But it's funny because my uncle would call, and it's a voicemail. He even calls our cell phone. He's like, "Hello, pick up." And I'm like, I don't think he knows that this.
No, you can't hear it.
I don't know.
My parents have an answering machine. I'm like, every time I stay there, I'm like, fucking turn this thing off, and then it does that beep,
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 beep.
So where the fuck is this beep coming from?
My sister came over and she was just doing some oddball things before they came, and she put the phone on the hook. And I was on the phone earlier. I heard a ring. I was like, "Who put that motherfucker?" I was mad because
I know that's right.
These motherfucking telemarketers call all day, all day, and for whatever reason, my mom's doing all kinds of shit back home. Right when she gets here, somehow these motherfuckers from Detroit, they know she's here already. Hello, is Jane there? And I'm like, What do you? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, how did you know she's fucking here already? So, because the phone, damn, Mom, they know you. What they got you? They got you on a tether. What you got? What's going on? So, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of expecting when she does come back. I hear the phone ringing all day, and she's on the phone, and it's funny because you see that commercial about the guy that trains the old people or the young people how not to be your parents. And my mom, right? She's got my dad's cell phone. She's got her cell phone. She's got the house phone, and she's answering all three. And I'm like, "What's going on, President? Why do you have all these phones?" And then when you call her, she answers my cell phone. I'm like, "I didn't call you. I called my dad. I called my dad. Why are you answering the phone?" And she's like, "I had to use the phone." And then she calls you from my dad's phone. And then I call back, and then she's on the other phone. And I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous with these phones.
My mom. It's
fucking ridiculous. I'm so over it. Oh, no. Like, when are you leaving? And she hasn't.
When are you leaving?
Yeah, so there you go.
That commercial when he's teaching him how to not be like the old people, that shit is hilarious.
Because my mom is that person on the fucking walking the ride. I'm like, "Mom, you're on. Why? Everybody doesn't need to hear your conversation." I'm just.
So that was. I can't stop laughing Because my son, you made fun of me too. I did that. I was doing that. My phone is hard to hear on, and I don't like to hold it up to my ear. And so for the longest time, I hated wearing the fucking Bluetooth around my neck. I was like, this is so tacky. I'm too girly for this. Why do I have this big ass thing on my neck, right? So just put it on speaker. And Dom would look over me and goes, you're literally turning into grandma. Turn the fucking speakerphone off. Right. And he's like, you're just like the commercial. I'm like, no, I'm not. Instant speakerphone. Like, it's just so much easier. But then when I saw the commercial, I was like, oh man. And they're like, nobody needs to hear about your day. Nobody needs you to show them how to back up the car.
And it's, you know, it's kind of hilarious because I know Alex, I know you have a Bluetooth, but a lot of times when I call Alex, he's like, I'm at the store. He don't want to even be on the phone at the store. I already know. So he's like,
really?
Or I'm driving. He's like, I'm driving. I know he doesn't want to be on the phone. So I'm like,
you one of those that don't talk to nobody unless you sitting down at home, huh?
Yeah, you don't want nobody. I already know.
That's a whole nother type of fucking person. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? They don't give a fuck.
I ain't got time for all that shit.
And people that sleep naked don't give a fuck about emergencies.
While I'm in the middle of playing my lottery numbers or driving and I might die, don't call me to tell me, I just wanted to say this. You just wanted to say, you could have just texted me that shit.
But what if you're on your Bluetooth? You still don't want to talk?
I'm listening to music. Fuck no. You're bothering me. Send your ass right to voicemail.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're one of those. Damn.
I'm
scared of you.
I'm not a big, you know what? I used to love I grew up talking on the phone for like I'm just not a big talker on the phone no more these days. Yeah. And like you said earlier, you don't know if that spark, you know, the loss sparked certain things. Mm-hmm. Slowly, I found myself but sure,
certain things become different for you.
I don't need to talk on the phone unless if you.
See, I prefer.
If you want a shoulder to lean on or something, that's different. And I would, of course, I would talk on the phone with you. But if it ain't, I'm just not a big talker on the phone no more.
I think it just depends on who it is.
So
I got a question for you. Was your dad a big talker on the phone? I know sometimes, Alex had a house phone too, and I would call on your dad. Your dad would be like, oh, he's not sleeping or whatever. And then, his favorite word, he would be like, over and out, and he would hang the phone up. But was he a big talker on the phone?
I mean, he was a very generous guy. I mean, well, what do you mean by that, though?
Did he like to sit on the phone? Did he talk on the phone a lot?
Does he talk on the phone like your mother talks to people?
No.
No. Nothing in comparison to anybody's mother.
My dad was always working, bro. My dad was always dead fucking tired. So
okay.
If he be drinking his beer and relaxing. I mean, big talker on the phone. He'll talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
If it's his daughter or if it or something like that,
mm-hmm.
like a father-daughter talk. But yeah, I mean, it's not. I never seen him sit on there. He had like a couple.
I never seen him sit.
A couple close friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not. He's old school, bro. What old school guy does that? I've never seen your dad ever on the phone one time. Them guys, they don't do that shit.
I'm like, why do you even have a cell phone? He's like, it's not important.
Hey, look, my dad told me one time, he probably had like 10, 12, more numbers. But he was like, look, I got the only 5 numbers I need in there. My daughter's, your number, 911, and he said his buddy that he does contracting with. He was like, I don't need to talk to nobody else.
That is it.
I was like, damn, I wish I could do that, with his flip phone and shit. But
right,
Alex's house, he had the house phone in the kitchen, and I think everybody had one in the kitchen. And if you had one in like the living room, I didn't see a lot of that. But my mom, she fucking
with
had
a
one
fucking 50-foot cord.
Yeah,
pull that bitch all the way, fucking.
Cord all around the whole fucking house.
My mom had phones everywhere, but she was on hilarious. picking up the phone or whatever. But yeah, they had one in the kitchen, so yeah, you had to go.
Yeah, we had one in the basement, in the kitchen, and in the living room.
But look,
and then I got one in my bedroom when my mom.
Let me ask you guys this though: when the first cordless phone started coming out, that shit was wild. You couldn't find it. People were. I can't imagine
find that motherfucker nowhere. My mom wanted to kill me.
Look, it was just me and my sister because my oldest sister was
Is the
gone. But
phone at?
that shit right there, boy, that was war.
Over it.
That was war. Taking
It was
batteries
worse
out.
than
all
the
kinds of
yeah.
shit.
It was worse than the remote control because you couldn't fucking find it
Oh, I used
nowhere.
to take. That was bad. I was mean to my sister. I'd take batteries out and put it back on. Go ahead, idiot. Go ahead,
dumbass.
And then she'd be like, "What?" It was
Try
crazy.
to call now, dumbass. I'd have to go in the basement and use
Crazy.
the wall phone in the basement. We had an old school one with a rotary dial in the basement.
My
it was like olive
my
green.
aunt had one of those.
Yeah, my
It
mom
was
had
olive green color, dude. And you bust the fuck out of somebody with that phone. You mad
But
at
I used
them.
to like to use
Say
those
something
phones.
else.
I don't know why. I don't know why I like
Mhm.
using those. Maybe because they were just so different and whatever. I don't know.
The cord would go around the whole basement too.
Right.
Yeah.
They'd take
But the
it wrap it
rotary,
around
the
somebody's
rotary
neck.
phones, the rotary phones were like the cord was like this small. You know what I mean? Like a little 3.
Yeah, you had to get a big cord. You had to get a big one. Oh, the little
Those
one
were
that
like-
sat on the table?
Yeah, because those were usually back in the
Mhm.
day. Those were like desk phones. Nobody walked around
Yeah.
and shit like that. They sat down and they talked.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, the
yeah,
one
you
on the
could put me-
wall we put a long one on that. You could go in the laundry room with that shit. Someone's
So
talking
That's
shit, you smack them with it.
Well, hold on. One more thing, because I was watching an old TV show yesterday, and I was like, "Damn!" And my man was like, Dan Connor was like, he was like,
He said,
"Hey, get out the
Dan
phone!
Connor.
Get out the phone!"
He
Somebody-
said,
in case
Dan Connor.
get out the phone in case somebody calls. And I'm like, damn, one line, like
One
oh my God,
line, no call
that shit was
waiting.
crazy.
How did
That
they
shit was crazy.
survive?
I'm
I
gonna
mean, we had 2 lines, but I remember when there was only
had
one.
2
We only
lines.
had 1 line.
Right?
You know, at one
Like,
point
fucking
in
phone
the
is
80s.
busy.
There you
Trying to
go.
call
Yeah,
forever. Who's on the phone? Tori must be on the phone.
That's funny.
Go
as
knock
hell.
on their door. Tori's on the phone.
Oh shit! There you go.
Put on the street, knock on the door.
That's hilarious. I miss those days.
You miss those days?
Simpler times. Simpler times. People
So-
actually had to like communicate.
Who
in
had
person.
who had a football phone? I remember Sports Illustrated. My dad. Oh, I got you a football phone, right? And I was
Oh,
loving
my
that,
God.
bro.
I had the girl talk
Oh my
phone.
God. Oh wow.
There you go.
Mhm. That's why when we
Is it-
pulled out
is
the
it
girl
bad
talk
if I say I
80s.
remember that? What the hell?
Mhm.
Then you go, and you had to start
You know
over.
what?
And I had remember the clear one where you could see
I was
all
about to
the
bring that one
inside?
up. Yeah, I thought that was.
I had
that's
that
probably
too.
that's probably the coolest phone ever, right there.
With all the guts
Like
on the inside.
And like a red cord, or
Yeah,
would it be a
blue
clear
wires and red and yellow and pink. You
cord?
could
I
see
thought that
everything
was cool
inside
as
it.
hell.
Yeah, but you on a rotary dial phone, if you fucked up, you had to start over again. Oh shit!
Ugh, that was the worst. Or it reminded me of like the combination lock. You know, okay, did I quite get it there? Fuck, I gotta start over. I don't know if that 8 went all the way through. I think that was a 7.
Right.
Shit.
Imagine you're calling 911 back then. Oh my God, someone.
Oh yeah.
There was a
My
lot of
anxiety. I just felt my anxiety go.
there's a lot of deaths.
9.
I'm sure. I can't imagine. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
so you were talking
fuck, I fucked up.
line.
Fuck.
It's not funny, but
Kind of.
My mom did never
I would like
add
to-
second line for a long time, and to be honest with you, she has. You know, we have. What is it? You have double 3-way calling now or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't answer the other fucking line. If somebody's
Oh, I hate that.
there's a fucking mosquito in here, this cocksucker. Well, but there's she doesn't answer the other line. I'm like, Mom,
blood is there for your
no,
blood.
I don't fucking answer. Like, no, I don't answer the other line. If it's important, they'll call back. So, and then there's
Leave a message.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Somebody just tried to call me.
yeah.
Don't call back. No.
There's a movie, and I can't think of the movie. So the mom, they just got 2-way calling or whatever it is, and then she goes, "Hold on, there's somebody on my other line," and then she clicks over and she's talking to her son, and she goes, "Mom, it's still me," and she's like, "Hold on," clicks over again, "Mom, it's still me. I don't know why you pay for that. I don't know why you pay for this service."
It's still me. Nope. Do it again.
Yeah.
Nope. Still here. It's still me.
Yeah, that's my mom. Like that's why she
Still
doesn't
me.
click over. She's always afraid that she's gonna hang up on you, so she doesn't click over.
Your mom
No.
is the non-click over one, huh?
I have to get, if I was dying and I'm on the floor and I'm literally having a heart attack and I'm trying to get a hold of her and she's on the phone, guess what?
Get a life alert.
I'm not getting a holding of her.
Call someone else.
I try her cell phone. I try the house number. I try my.
And you know what? You know what she probably would say? Well, then you should have called 911, dummy.
Yeah.
What are you calling me for?
My Aunt Connie Constance that watches the show. She's the same way. And you know what else she does? God, I love her. She's the best. You guys have to meet her one day. She's fucking awesome. She when her phone needs to be charged, mind you, it'll still be at like 80%, right? She plugs it in and she turns the phone off to fully charge it. So after like 7, I'm like, why isn't she answering her fucking phone? And I have to call my cousin. They're like, oh, she's probably fucking charging her phone. So then I'll call the house phone and she doesn't answer the house phone. And then finally I'll wait until I know that her phone was probably charged and call back and she'll have it back on. And I'm like, I tried to call you. She's like, oh yeah, I had to charge my phone.
At 80% though? Like
at 80.
That's crazy. I used to do it at like, 15 or 10.
Or 8. She doesn't care.
What the hell?
She charged it and she turns it completely off. You can't get a hold of her. Doesn't fucking matter if it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's fucking wherever. Okay. As soon as it goes to voicemail, you know that she's charging her phone. And I'm like, she was just on fucking Facebook. She just shared like 25 things. Why isn't she answering the fucking phone?
That's pretty crazy. When you're like, someone don't answer back or something, and then you go make nothing of it. But I'm just like, damn.
Well, she shares a lot too, right? So she shares a lot. So I'll just look and see if she shared anything. I'm like, oh, she just shut her shit off. She just shared something 4 fucking minutes ago. Why is it? And it goes right to voicemail. That's exactly how you know.
Wow.
And I have to call my cousin. I'm like, where's your mom? She's like, she's at home. Like, she's not fucking answering. Right.
That's way more pettier than me. Like, hold on. I'll be, like I said, I'll answer though. I do one thing. I do reply back though. And if I don't reply back, then I'm fucking sleeping or I'm busy. But I usually reply back because I don't like that
funny.
shit. So.
And she doesn't answer the other line either. Call the fuck back. She's on the other line.
I tell my mom, if you had to pay for, because I don't even know how much call wait. That's what it was called, call waiting. I was saying 2-way call or whatever. I don't know. I think back in the day it was like $15-$20. And if you had to pay for that service now, I would tell her not to get call waiting.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I gotta dip off 1 second.
Yeah, you don't know how to use that service. So we'll jump into the show. That's enough about, man, this fucking mosquito. I want to kill it. I don't know what's going on, that little motherfucker. But so Nicholas Cruz pleads guilty to murder charges, apologized for the Parkland High School massacre. This guy actually said crazy stuff in the courtroom. He was saying that he loved everybody, that he was sorry. I don't even remember when this happened, but I guess it happened in 2018 in February. Pleaded guilty in Florida courtroom Wednesday. 17 counts of murder, 17 counts of attempted murder. Cruz is 23, faces minimum life prison and maximum death penalty, which be decided a jury upcoming sentence phase trial. This actually happened in 2018. I just don't remember. I
have no idea.
So many different school shootings and shit, but I don't know, man. Sometimes this judge is like, man, this kid was off the map. I didn't know he killed 17 counts of premeditated murder. That's just crazy, but it happened in February 18th. So there he is. He's found guilty. Took 3 years. Alex, if you do a school shooting massacre, I know our justice system is made for people that if you commit a crime, you have to go. You have due process, right? But should a court hearing take 3 years if we know? Look, you were arrested on the scene. You had the gun. You killed these people. Whatever the case may be. Should it take 3 years to figure the fuck you're guilty?
Depends on what state you're in, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's all politics, man.
Don't you think it should just be a rule across the board? It doesn't matter what state you're in. Like, it's just a federal rule.
Like after the Columbine shooting, and maybe
exactly.
it probably wouldn't have stopped.
Sandy Hook.
Yeah. So like. You would think it. I mean, things like that would just, you know, just like literally just lay down the law on certain things and have, you know. But no, man, it's where all the money and politics come into play. So it is what it is. I mean, there's, you know, what we talk about, so many people being in jail and wrongfully accused and still fighting to get out, or people that should be in there and vice versa. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
3 years, to be honest with you, the way certain, you know, trials go, that's probably not a long time. You know, I mean, the family had some families had to wait, or still waiting to get any type of justice. So I don't know, and that's sad. So that says a lot right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I personally, I'm all for the death penalty. I think it should be a federal thing. I think you go up shooting up a school, a church, a grocery store, or any of that, automatic death. We don't go and find out why. We don't go take years to come up with a verdict of guilty or not guilty. You did it. You killed people. You set out to do it. Premeditated. Bye-bye. We're not wasting tax dollars on you. We're not collecting money for you. We're not doing any of that. Like,
going through all of this for what?
You chose right. You chose this. We're not even making money on you. You got to go.
Yeah, because don't you think at the end of the day they're wasting a lot of, you know, tax dollars and all that good stuff?
Absolutely. It's a waste. It makes absolute no sense to me. I think that needs to be changed.
Right.
It won't, though, and I think it's stupid. But you look at other countries, you don't see people doing that shit there. And I personally feel it has a lot to do with their punishment. And it has a lot to do with their punishment. It has a lot to do with the way they handle mental health, and it has a lot to do with certain gun controls and certain things that they lay down the fucking law.
Yeah, should it be this way? Let me forward it. Sorry, wait, hold on. Let me forward it. Find the part.
Mr. Souza, you got 3 counts of driving under the influence?
Hey, you better listen. I suggest you walk away and bother somebody else. When I said I have powerful friends, I mean powerful.
Are we having a problem here, Hershey?
Not at all, Dread. Nothing I can't handle.
Not at all.
3 DUIs.
This is getting boring. Hey, okay, so what's the tab? Come on. How much is this going to cost me? You name your price.
Hershey, call control for an HOF.
What? I don't believe it. You're gonna tow me!
Towing is our first offense. This is your 4th violation, Barbara. You're a menace. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
I knew you'd say that.
Hey, wait a second. What are you doing?
Grenade.
Grenade.
Would this ever work in today's society where you would have a police officer that would just judge you right there? You know what I mean? Would that ever work? Right? I swear to God, I'm gonna kill this fucking mosquito. But go ahead, little motherfucker.
I mean, it won't work in America because they're out here giving people all the people that don't deserve rights. But it is what it is.
So a country like let's say, I'm just gonna pick a country, and I don't know if it's true, but let's say the Middle East. If you steal something, they cut your hand off in certain countries.
Bye.
Would that ever work here? Like, you know, if we had a rapist and we fucking give you the chop, guess what? I think a lot of that stuff would go away, right?
I absolutely think it would go away.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff would go away. Like, hey, dude, you raped somebody? We're going to have to fucking cut your fucking pecker off.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And guess what would happen? You would have a lot of those rapists be like, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know about the stealing thing because sometimes people steal for survival.
Yeah, so Jesus Christ ain't the golden age. I mean, Jesus. Yeah.
You know, I think some people steal for survival. I don't know. I guess if there was different, like, levels to what they're doing. If they're stealing food and stuff like that, it's clearly out of survival, right? But I think more heinous crimes, rape,
robbing
murder, you know, stuff against children, women, even things against men, torture, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
Off with their head. Chop it off. Chop their wiener off. Chop their whatever off.
God.
They don't just no.
I gotta find that clip. All right.
They burn, you know, they do things like that. You got to go.
You got to go.
Wait, who's saying hi to me? I can't see.
I would have to go and look. Let's see who say
hi.
I agree with you though, Tori. For real, that'll
definitely
make everybody think twice.
For sure, absolutely.
Bigger fines on on the stealing and all that stuff like that. Just bigger fines, just bigger fines. That definitely.
I think there's
make
certain
you change your
life.
Just like certain
crimes committed that are committed because they're in poverty or they're need, but not the heinous ones.
And all that money coming from over here, when that shit happens, guess where it should go? Where they need it. How about that?
Yeah, homelessness and shit like that.
How about that?
Who say hello?
It was Yoli's.
Hey, hi Yoli. What up, though?
So the President Biden.
The Bush. Never mind.
The Bush. It's time to the cops. It's tough being a cop. He rejected defunding the police. I thought this was a big mistake on some of the liberals that want to defund the police. I'm glad that President Biden said, "Look, we're not defunding anybody. We need our cops." You know, that is especially living in Detroit, that's a horrible thing that like you said, I think somebody said, or maybe you got Canada. What the fuck? What would happen if you called 911 and nobody answered? That is a scary, scary moment. So yeah, I think President Biden did the right thing by
one of our past guests told us that.
Yeah, that's crazy. What? I called. What is this? So that's because the city didn't have any money. We probably didn't have any 911 operators. My mom got broken into. The cops showed up a week later, and she's like, "Hey, that was a week ago. You don't have to waste your time. I already made a insurance claim and all that. Goodbye." You know what I mean? So a lot of that stuff, if you defund the police, that would happen. There wouldn't be somebody on that other side, that 911. You don't know how many lives 911 saves because of somebody choking, whatever the case may be. And then the afterthought of maybe a police officer not showing up, it's a scary time. It's scary. So
I agree. Fucked up as some of the things they do is you can't defund them.
Right.
We need them more than we don't.
So we had a big death in the country the last couple of days. Colin Powell was the first black secretary. He died of COVID-19 complications.
Sad. He was a good man.
He was a good American. I think President Trumper got a little upset because he didn't get his support. And then I think
President Dumpy. And then he supported Obama over. I think that was hard for John McCain to swallow. But he did back Obama, the long-legged Mac Daddy. So he did back him. So what up, though?
But about President Slick Willie is back at home now. So
how's he doing?
I guess he's doing all right. They said he did. I know I didn't have one of the stories, but I did read that Slick Willie is back at home now. So
and his Willie's working. I mean, he's slick still.
Yeah, Willie's working. Willie
is working.
Willie working.
He rubbing on the nurse's booties.
So,
isn't that R. Kelly song, "Rubbing on Your Booty"?
Rubbing on your booty.
Rubbing on your booty.
I know we didn't bring this up, but Kanye West is officially yay or yang or
fucking weirdo. You see the shit he's doing?
So what? This was a story that I creepy prosthetic Caucasian mask for
another guy I don't pay no attention to for some reason.
Listen, Alex, you got to look it up. He's wearing this fucking mask.
Oh no, I
He's
seen
over
it.
here
I seen
hailing
it.
cabs, looking like a whole ass creeper, like an alien
Yeah,
fucking weirdo. What the fuck are you doing? Freaking people out.
So I was talking to Narissa this morning,
fucking nut.
And I showed her, and she's like, you know what? He's out there, and you know,
he's really out there.
He needs mental help.
He
and then
does.
He looks like a crazy man, and
he looks
then
like a crazy nutcase.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know. Is he bisexual? I think it's a matter of time for him saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm gay as well." What is your thought?
So?
Yeah, I think so.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. He might as well, you know, because I don't know. He's doing
Where the hell
weird.
did that come from? I'm not gonna go that far and calling people names like that, but
where did a plastic mask come from?
I'm not gonna pay attention to him.
He looks like Tom.
Okay, I'm confused.
He looks
I don't
like
think he's bisexual. I don't think that has anything to do with his sexuality. I think he's a fucking weirdo.
So, but he looks like Tom Cruise from Vanilla Sky. I don't know what is going on.
I think that he got a lot of mental stuff going on. I feel that he is clearly bipolar. Clearly he has some kind of mental disorder, condition, maybe a little schizophrenia or something in there, little something. He got some split personality, something going. He got something. He got some things going on. I think it's beyond us trying to diagnose. I think he needs medication. I also think that, let's give it to him. He is a very talented artist, right?
Right.
You look at some of his old stuff and you're like, holy shit, he's talented. His mind thinks a different way. A lot of people who are super talented like that are off their fucking rocker, right? They're out their shit. They kind of gotta be to think certain ways. A lot of artists are not all there because they think so much to one side of the brain that the other shit kind of gets depleted.
Right.
I mean,
that's funny you bring it up. I was thinking about, you know, I know Paul McCartney.
Out there.
Paul McCartney was saying that John Lennon was the original person that actually put the thorn in the Beatles and made them break up. John Lennon was a weird kind of motherfucker. So
weird,
you know, off the rocker.
Look at all
super
eccentric, smart, high IQ people. Weird. Look at Einstein, fucking nuts, right? There's just so many people that when you're an artist and you think a certain way, there's other parts of your brain that just they're not balanced. They don't make sense. You just do crazy shit. Him walking around like that, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, what is he? You know, because he's very calculated in the sense of things to get a reaction out of people, right? This is what he does. He'll troll you. He'll release things the same day you are. He does things to be calculated, especially if he's like, you know, look when he was going bankrupt and the things he did that way to generate money. But is he promoting something, or I don't know. What the fuck? And their poor kids, they're gonna look back at this and be like, my dad was a straight fucking loonball. Loony. And then what's Kim thinking of this? I don't know.
I don't know, but her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 41 years old. Born.
Did you send her a gift?
1980.
Did you send her a gift?
Nope.
She's a Libra?
I guess so.
Yeah, that makes sense. She seems kind of balanced, even though she's a little out there. Like, as she gets older, I think motherhood made her more balanced. She's definitely the sane one.
Loony.
You know?
There you go.
She used to be a hoe. Now she's good.
You know where this is from? Loony.
No, but I'm creeped out.
That's from Stand By Me when he was like, your dad's a loony.
Oh, well, there you have it.
I remember.
Yeah.
There you
All right, so hour was Katie
Wait.
Kirk's.
Oh, never mind. I was going to touch on the Kardashian thing since we were still on Kim. I don't know if it was on our line. Well, I don't know if it was on our lineup.
Oh, go ahead and talk about it.
Courtney and Travis got engaged.
Yeah.
Did you guys see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex,
he proposed to her on the beach with roses everywhere, and I got to see all the full pictures today, and they were amazing. And even though Dominic doesn't like them because they remind him of two people he hates in this world, like they look like them, but I thought the pictures were really great, and I think he did really something cool. So from the beginning pictures, you couldn't see he had all these roses on the beach, right? Like a fucking million of them with tall candles. But in the center, he did their initials in like molded flowers. It was really fucking cool and unique. When I saw it, I was like, okay, I see you. It's probably one of the best proposals I've seen in a long time. And, you know, you see lots of different ones. But her fucking rock, though, holy shit, looks like she's got a size fucking egg on her hand. It's so big. Incredible. But then...
Kardashians, I think she's probably one of the normal ones, to be honest.
So I read some dirt. On the whole
Dirty
thing.
dirt.
So Travis Barker used to be married to Shayna Mosler. I think that's how you say her name.
Right.
So back from like 2002 or 2004, 2006, he's got Mokler. That's her name. So she they got two kids together, right? And she like shots fired and said Courtney tore their life, like their marriage apart, right?
Okay.
And then even went as far as to say that Travis had a affair with Kim back in 2016. Mind you, Travis and her were their neighbors for like 11 years.
So he was tapping his sister and the
So she made a comment that said, now don't quote me, but it went along these lines. My family tore up. My family is broken because of this family. And now there's a wedge between me and my children because of another sister in this family. So shots fired at Kim and Courtney.
Wow. So I just a question, Alex, could you date somebody that dated, let's say, I know you don't have a brother, but could you date somebody that your brother dated?
No.
Or was fucking? No? No. How about if someone dated your sister, could you mess around with them?
No.
I ain't that desperate or that horny.
Could you?
Maybe it might be that.
I have.
Of course you have.
Yeah. I've dated sisters. I've dated cousins. I dated mom and daughters. What the hell?
You dated mom and daughters?
No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
I was just kidding.
Come on, Alex. Let's go.
You got to ask me twice.
Go, Alex. We got shit to do.
I dated sisters. And cousins.
Is that awkward?
Well, it's funny because I was having this conversation with my uncle the other day, and he dated a girl that he was living with. He dated her sister, and it's funny because I was fucking them, so I wasn't actually dating them, so I wasn't in a relationship. Like I fucked sisters at different time periods, or cousins at different time periods, but he was actually living with the girl or woman that he was with, and he previously fucked her sister. And I'm like, how did that go? And he's like, man, every time that we would get an argument, you fucked my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of awkward. Like,
wasn't that awkward for you to
I thought that was funny because if maybe they didn't know, but if we ever got in a fight.
Oh, they didn't know?
I don't know. I never brought it up.
How did they not know?
I never brought it up, but if we got in a fight and we got in a heated argument and she said, hey, you got a small dick, I would say, why? I fucked your sister. No, I'm just kidding. I fucked you. I don't know. It was a missile waiting to release if everything got nasty. But
you ready, Alex?
Yeah, she said. She said all the time. He's like, man, she would always say, You fucked my sister. So I was just wondering.
Oh my God.
Kardashian.
I couldn't.
I think the Kardashians are like,
But think about it. During that time, she said in 2006, which was the end of their marriage. So she's insinuating that they split because of Kim. Like that was clear. Then, but you think back, that was the time, I guess Kim was fucking everybody during that time. Remember? Because she was working for Paris Hilton.
Right.
She was Paris's, like, she'd clean her closets and shit. Right? She was like Paris's assistant. Right. And yeah, everybody was getting a piece of Kim back then. I guess she was like a big ho-ho. Ho-ho-ho. But I mean, look, somebody leaked her tape, so
yeah.
I always used to say it back then, I'm like, fuck, I wish someone would leak my fucking fire ass shit. Man. Fuck, who's got something? Leak that shit already. I'm sick of fucking working.
So Lauer, Katie Couric is devastated and disgusted by Matt
Only
Lauer.
if it's fire, though. Only leak it if it's fire.
There you go.
To ultimately conclude. You know, that was really, really hard. And it took me a long time to process what was going on, because the side of Matt I knew was the side of Matt I think you all knew. He was kind and generous and considerate, a good colleague. And, you know, as I got more information and learned what was going on behind the scenes, it was really upsetting and disturbing. And I think and then I did some of my own reporting. I talked to people. I really tried to excavate.
You know, I forgot what Matt Lauer did. Was he finger banging everybody? I can't remember. I know he's not on TV. They took him off because he was doing crazy shit.
Wasn't he sexually assaulting women?
Yeah, I think so. So she's like, I got disgusted.
Finger banging. Ew. Ew.
Yeah, that's my thing. Finger banging.
Okay.
Strike two. One more, I'm out of here.
Finger bang. What?
She
foul tip.
Alex, don't leave me.
She released a memoir, and then she just said,
Pistons lost 2 opener. I'm pissed. One more. That was a foul tip, buddy. Right now, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
So I'm a little confused on this story. Netflix CEO Ted, $1 billion Ted. Sorry if Chappelle's stance was a little harsh, but I'm standing firm. Netflix top dog apologized for his words in David Chappelle's latest stand-up. Gave some new thoughts on drama that the company has been brewing the last 2 weeks, confessing he screwed up in the initial email to Netflix staffers, which leaked, were defending the closer and were also downplaying the transphobic concern. So I guess he's standing by. I don't know if he leaked an email or something, maybe between him and Dave. I'm trying to read this story, but he's standing firm. He's like, look, dude, we're standing firm. And, you know, because Chappelle's like, I ain't worried about it. But there's so many people in the last 2 to 3 weeks since this came out are just fucking, man, they're going after Dave. And there's so many, and there's even comedians that are standing on his side. And there's comedians, you know, they're dividing right now. But I got to be honest.
Over this shit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Billionaires fighting. I really don't care no more, man.
Yeah, to be honest with you,
millionaires fighting.
He's a comedian.
There is no replacement for a good night's sleep.
Good night's sleep.
To get that high quality sleep.
He's a comedian, and I think he's doing what he needs to do and make people laugh. He's going to hurt somebody's feelings, but I don't think this whole cancel culture, like he even made an argue, David Chappelle's other comedians who have taken sides. Comedians like David Chappelle, Chris Rock, Jamie Kennedy, Billy Crystal have spoken out in the past. As cancel culture become more showing business, comedians are finding it's particularly difficult to ignore which one professional is taking stage and shaking up pop culture and society. Odds of jokes, training thoughts, ventures, cancelable to territory shooters on beyond even most outspoken celebrity. Most recently, Dave Chappelle has found himself in the crossfires of the latest cancel culture. Jamie Kennedy, a 50-year-old, while promoting his new film Last Call about the social media phenomenon and why the doesn't seem to be any room for forgiveness of growth. So there's so many different people have spoken out about this. And I think you shared your views the other day. You said, look, I have some people in that, Tori, you were saying that are in gay or in the LGBTQ and all that. I even asked a good friend of mine, Dale, did that bother? He said no. He says it's their job is. If I think it's a lot of Karens that are
most of any I didn't get to speak to all of them or personally speak to them, but a lot of them that I did speak to or saw their posts, they're like, that's not us. We're not the ones saying this. They poke a lot of fun at a lot of things. You've been to one of the drag shows with me before.
Right.
When they go there, they joke, right? They call each other whores. They call each other guys, bitches. They're like, yeah, that's a chick with a dick, everyone, right? They make fun of each other. They crack light. They crack jokes. It's a fun time.
But when
they joke.
The comedians making fun of them, is that when they get...
the ones that I know, the people that I know, they don't get upset about it.
Okay.
That not that incident. Now, I'm sure there's incidences where they're like, excuse me? Who the fuck are you disrespecting? Don't get beat up by a chick with a dick, right? But that incident itself, I know nobody who is in any of the communities that has said, wait, what the fuck? Really? Like, they're like, it wasn't that bad. He's a comedian. Stop being a Karen. So I think it is. I think it's a bunch of Karens. And if you've listened to it, it wasn't. He's a comedian. It wasn't that bad. It was actually, he actually praised someone during that as well. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
What's your thoughts,
Alex? I already gave my thoughts. I'm beating a dead horse, bro. It's just, I mean, they're comedians. Like I said, they're artists. They're just like rap artists. They're artists, man. I mean, you're telling them to tone down something that they've been fucking doing since they were probably like 8, 9, 10 years old.
It's just like, you're right, Alex. So just like
that's all I have to say.
A rapper. What's the point?
Million dollar people fighting over this shit. So it's when you're dealing, once again, for the 5th time, when you're dealing with streaming services and it's a streaming world we live in. So I mean, maybe have a meeting with whoever. Maybe have a meeting. Hey, he went off. Look, we talked about wrestling and all this shit, even Dancing with the Stars and all this shit. All this shit is not always ad-libbed. They got scripts. They get scripts and shit. So I mean, there's such fine line and all that. And like I said, it's just a bunch of people in a meeting arguing over shit. I mean, he's put out so many specials already, and there's never been a problem.
Exactly.
So obviously, this bothered somebody. There was something in the contract or something. I don't know. I'm not in the meeting, so like I said, it is what it is. I mean, I'm can't ask somebody to and that's why I told Jessica, the artist that we just had on earlier, hopefully she can remain to keep writing her shit and stay and have that in her back pocket, because not everybody does. Not all artists have to write their own shit. I'm just saying, when you do that, that's more money for you, and more importantly, less people you have to deal with. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's the same thing, man. Like I said, I look at comedians and artists, music artists, whether you're a rapper or you yodel. I mean, I don't give a shit. That's what you do. And if you tell them to take a yodel out of there, do it like this, it's not the same. So now they're going to court. And I mean, that's basically it. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it's pretty good. I haven't watched no comedian, nothing comedy since the 25th anniversary of Def Comedy Jam. I watched everybody, and that shit was amazing. So
yeah, it's pretty good. So
I like to watch that stuff around people, or I go over my sisters or something like that. So
with a group of people.
Sit there and laugh alone like a Kanye West, like a weirdo and shit, Like, oh, did you hear that?
Just don't wear the mask.
Just don't wear a mask.
Don't wear the fucking mask.
Right.
So, legendary singer Tony Bennett sets a world record as the older person to release an album of new material. I think that's awesome that he was able to do that, and he's 95 now. So, the oldest person to release an album. I think that's great that he's still doing it. I know. I thought he said he kind of semi-retired, but for him to be 95 years old, releasing music, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he just wasn't doing live shows no more because he's 90. He's almost 100.
Yeah, that's hard when you're that age to be underneath all those lights and on stage for that long at a time.
Yeah.
That's why he does all the little intimate stuff. If he does anything, it's short, intimate. He can sit on a stool.
Right.
Not so many lights.
That's pretty awesome. 95. Wow.
Really is.
Another rock star, Vince's Neil, rushed to the hospital after falling off stage during concert. I didn't even know Vince Neil was performing, but was out at his game Friday night during the concert until he tumbled off the stage to end up in an ambulance. Vince was performing Monster on a mountain festival in Tennessee with his band, not Motley Crue. I didn't even know he had his own band, another band, which hasn't performed since 2015. It was a few songs on his set, and when he stepped to the end of the stage, then he suddenly tumbled 4 feet into cement. Does he have any health issues? I don't know.
Sounds like that.
He's not that old, but a lot of drugs, maybe.
Right?
Drugs.
A little bit. A couple things.
Couple things. He fucked Pam, didn't he? Or maybe not Pam, but Kim. Yeah, he fucked Pam, I was thinking.
Yeah, lots of people fucked Pam.
A lot of people fucked Pam.
They did. I love her, though.
Yeah.
Look a little old since she went all natural, but.
We've seen her in a while.
Yeah, she old.
So, George Takei, that's the way you say it. Oh, my. William Shatner said, "Simmer down, Sulu. Stop hating on my space travel." So William Shatner took it to Twitter. "Don't hate George. Only time he gets depressed is when he talks bad about me. He's claimed 50 years ago I took away a camera angle that denied him of 30 more seconds on primetime TV. I'm giving back to him, not letting him know. Spoo has hatred for the world to see me. Bill, stop being an asshole." So I guess George Takei is a little upset that his former cast member Nemesis, because they really hate each other, has went into space and he has not. Now George Takei is probably he's pretty rich himself. He actually is he owned a bank, so he owned a lot of different things. And I love him, but I guess he's just always hated William Shatner.
Yeah, he's a hater. They all hate each other. Haters. Fuck you, hater. No, it's my line.
He's like the only guy in the world that probably hates William Shatner.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe. Doubt it, but I'm just hates him the most. Number one.
He's the front of the line.
Front of the line. So I don't know if you guys read about this, but there's a powerful gang behind kidnapping of 17 U.S. Canadians, or 17 U.S. and Canadians missionary in Haiti. So they got these guys hostage, and they want demands and everything. They wanted all kinds of money and stuff, and they're holding these guys hostage. I believe they were a missionary group that went to Haiti, and they want money. And I don't know if the Canadians have cooperated, but I know the U.S. will not negotiate with terrorists. So kind of crazy. And I think Haiti's just a really bad, poor country, like most of the time. And, I guess they got a really bad gang problem in Haiti.
Yeah.
This has been going on for a week. So they're the Christians Aid Ministry that they kidnapped.
And they're no one's feeding into it, huh?
No, and like I said, I think that recently didn't Haiti have was it a a tsunami.
Yeah.
Remember, yeah. So this is a lot of countries.
And a family of 5, because I did see that, and I seen it on the news the other day. A family of 5. God, I hate this fucking thing. Family of 5 from Michigan is our part of that group that's been kidnapped too. So
really,
yeah, Western family of 5, which includes 4 children, are from Oceana County, West Michigan.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's why I caught the story the other day. I was like, wow.
Yikes.
No matter where you're from, I guess.
That's scary.
Sad. Yeah.
Scary as shit.
I got to be honest with you. I know they're doing a lot of good stuff in third world countries, but I don't know if I would go, because a lot of that stuff, that does happen where they kidnap Americans and stuff like that because they're a poor country.
Yeah, they're over there doing missionary work and they get kidnapped.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be doing some of that stuff. I don't know.
Dangerous, man. Some people are willing to risk their lives, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reasons.
Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Scary, scary. So a body. I'm trying to find the story. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. My mouse is dead, so I'm trying to multitask with this fucking computer with no mouse. COVID craziness. Pastor takes to the mic. Conspiracy theory over COVID. This is a passenger talking crazy.
I tried borrowing yours. You don't want to let me use it. I brought my microphone. I'm going to use it. This is perfect. Thank you. We're set up great. The pandemic started all because humans had lost a little bit of faith. You're going to cuff me? You're going to cuff me. I'm right in front of my stand. I don't need to be taken anywhere. I don't need to be cuffed. I'm completely harmless. Also, I think you're only doing this because, like I said, I'm not terrible to look at. That's me. The reason why the pandemic started was basically because the internet. So the reason the pandemic started is because nobody here has any more faith because you're all stuck to your stupid devices and you don't even know what reality is anymore and you depend on stupid nonsense to determine your reality.
What's she got in her hand?
I don't know. Looks like a mixer.
My dog has better sense than any of you. In fact, my dog could be a better dog for you.
Yeah, so you got a crazy passenger.
He's a fucking loony.
President Biden, I know we talked about this story, but he said there's going to be stiffer crimes if you causing problems on flights.
Woo, let me tell you.
He's going to.
The flight we had to Detroit and the flight we had back. On the way back, our flight attendant did not play. He looked at everybody at the very beginning and he said, listen, I'm going to let you know right now. We will enforce these rules. So if you want to try me, try me. He said that shit. And we were like, oh, shit. And of course, why we got to get the one motherfucker? There was 2 people that wanted to try him. So the first one was 1 row ahead of us, but across the aisle. He didn't want to pull his mask up over his nose, right? He asked him a million times. He's like, he didn't want to pull it up over his nose. So then, hang on, sorry, my assistant is bringing me water. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, the perks of having an assistant, fellas. Get you one. So, yeah, he didn't want to pull it up, right? So then they're like going at it. This flight attendant said, we'll back this plane right fuck up. I was like, oh my God, just pull the fucking mask up already. Stop making us all wait. We've already been sitting here for 45 minutes waiting for a part to be fixed. So then he comes back And he's got a piece of paper in his hand, and he hands it to him. He said, I'm going to need you to read this. And the man's like, I thought we already spoke. He said, I don't care what we said. I'm going to need you to read this. The guy said, you ain't going to talk to me like that. I'm not reading nothing. He said, oh, you're not reading nothing. Hey, I'm like, just read the fucking thing already. My God. So he reads it out loud to him like he's in kindergarten class. And it stated, if you disobey, if you do this, you will be, not only will you be removed, but you will be banned for like 3 years from flying. You won't be able to fly ever. And there's like a whole like lifetime thing that was added on. It was a whole printout, right? And I'm like, Michelle, get your phone out, videotape this. This guy's going to get punched. So every I swear to you, every 10 minutes, Michelle's like, my phone's about to die. She's trying to record because they're acting a fool. Then 2 rows up, we get a lady who, she had a big butt, like juicy booty, right? The aisle is this big. Can't you just wait for people to walk by? So I think she was already irritated with the flight attendant. I think she was kind of in cahoots with the other guy because she was a little combative. And she like bumped him. Our flight attendant, first of all, our flight attendant was like RuPaul, right? I wouldn't have fucked with his ass. He was tall, black, and gay? Shit. Let me just put my head down and get the fuck where I need to go, okay? He looked at her. He turned his whole motherfucking neck. So then she's like, you pushed me. I'm like, why do we have to be in the rowdy ass fucking area? Are we on fucking Spirit? What is going on here? So when he came to us, he says, ladies, would you like some alcohol? I looked right at him and I said, I did, but I can see that I need to be on guard at all times. And he just started laughing. I was like, we can't even have a drink. He was like, I know that's right. I was like, you just do what you got to do. I was waiting for him to pull that fucking duct tape out so quick. I was like, listen, girl, we ain't drinking shit. We got to be sober. We got 2 crazy motherfuckers in front of us, 1 seat over. He is ready. I thought for sure some shit was about to pop off on that flight. And to be real honest, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see someone get duct taped on the flight. I was like, you're delaying us all. Tape this motherfucker up already.
So Facebook is planning to change its name, reports say. Alex, what you think? Is this a marketing thing? The problem when they went down? The problem with the leaks? You think they want to change the name because of that? That's what they're saying, that this is the rumors that they plan on changing their name.
I don't know. I didn't read the article, but I mean, it could be just a rebranding type thing.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was going to be.
So,
what do you think it's going to be called? That's weird.
I mean, I think it will. Always, I think it will always be the Facebook. Yeah, maybe they'll stay with that.
The book.
The book.
Because you can't really. I mean, you guys don't think they're going to change it all the way. I think that would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
They got to, or like maybe initials or.
I don't know how you would rebrand something like that.
I think the book.
Yeah. Maybe I think they'll shorten it, like you say, just like I don't think McDonald's ever changed their names, but when you say Mickey D's, everybody knows what Mickey D's is, right? So,
right.
FB. I think FB. Burger King, they went to BK. You know what I mean? So I think stay with their origin.
Yeah.
So
I think they're just going to shorten it.
Yeah, the book FB. That I think
F book.
F book. F book. Fuck book.
Fuck book.
Yeah,
the fuck book.
I would rename it the Meat Market, but that's me.
I'd rename it the Cesspool.
The Cesspool. So it's
where all the diseases come together.
The Bozo book. The Bozo book.
If they name it a Bozo book, Alex, they got to give you some type of residual
incentive. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even get in the mind of somebody like them sitting down trying to sit there at that table and figure out what to change it to or whatever. So I have no idea.
So do you eat Pop-Tarts, Alex? Or have you ever?
Of course. Hell yeah, that used to be my one and only like.
That was your staple. That was a staple in your diet.
That's the only sweet shit in the morning.
So
I don't eat
Kellogg's
them no more. Tastes like plastic now.
Kellogg's not enough strawberries. Kellogg's is trying to pull a fast one by hyping up the strawberries,
gross, man.
Some Pop-Tarts, because there's very few of actual berries inside, according to new lawsuit. Because it's saying whole grain frosted
sweet Jesus, man. What?
Who raised them?
Is being sued in new class action.
His story in general is just like, what in the
alleged Kellogg is misleading consumers about really not eating into a toaster pastry. New York woman named Elizabeth is leading the crusade against Kellogg's. Basically saying there ain't no strawberries in the motherfucker.
Elizabeth, I'm going to need you to get up and cook some fucking breakfast. Go to the store, get yourself some strawberries, some fruit, do whatever you got to do, and make yourself some breakfast, you lazy ass.
I'm a toaster strudel guy now. Shit.
Toaster strudel.
Fuck a pop.
This bitch got enough time to file a lawsuit, but don't got enough time to scramble a motherfucking egg. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Somebody sent her a fruit basket already.
Hooters backtracks on the new panties after Waitress outcry. So I guess
they did?
Yeah.
Damn it. I love those new panties.
They collapsed. They said,
I love those panties. And like I said, I own a few pairs of them. I've had to wear them at work, different places. And I don't know. Make that money, girl.
So that's the what did that title say? What did that I'm sorry, Tori, but what did that article, what was the tagline on that article? What did it read?
Which one? On the Hooters one?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Where it's not?
Can you read the article that you just read about the Hooters? The tagline means the header.
Yeah, but I didn't catch that.
It says Hooters backtracks on new panties style uni after Waitress outcry.
I was just like, that's the best they could have came up with. They could have come up with like, panties. Hooters panties get dropped or something. I mean, like they could have been a little bit more clever. That's the only reason I was asking.
Okay, yeah. I was like, well,
just
what's
saying.
so funny
They
about
had a little bit more fun with it, you know.
They could have.
Hooters panties get dropped. Finally dropped. I don't know.
Honestly, the ones that they wear now don't cover up the bottom of their cheeks.
Right.
They're literally like this much shorter. That's it.
Right.
It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It was like a half thong. It was what do they call it? Cheeky thong. Right? It wasn't like a full on thong, like a whole ass cheek wasn't sticking out. It was a cheeky short.
It was like a couple more inches for a it
was like a full bathing suit bottom.
A lot more money for them.
Mm-hmm.
Made them
a lot more revenue.
So I'm sure some of them girls
really could have.
Like, what the fuck?
You know what they should do? They should give people the option. You can wear these or these.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with that.
If you don't like it, don't fucking go there.
I know it's a team effort, but still, they're not on a
I
field
think they should all make them the same color, and some girls get to wear one, and some girls can wear the other. You know, because I mean, being a woman, there's certain days and that you don't want to wear certain things. Like I've worked in those places. Yeah, when you're on your period, when you're feeling kind of bloated, when you ate a burrito the night before, like there's times where.
Right. Then you got those guys, but see, then you have like what type of owners own that business? It's either this is the uniform. We're not changing nothing for you because
they should give them the option.
It just depends on who you're working for.
Yeah, you want to wear this day. This is the shirt you have to wear it with. You want to wear these another day. This is the shirt you have to wear. These are your only two options. Yeah. And if you feel like wearing it, that's you. And I bet you the ones in the cheekies are going to make more money.
And that's probably why I do.
But there's days, like I said, there's days where I didn't want to wear cheekies. I was like, man, I don't even want to fucking put this thing on. I got to climb in this contraption and get laced up. And, you know, you don't want to do all that. The good thing about working at a strip club is the lights are low. So you don't really, like, it's a little bit better for you, you know. It creates the illusion of things when some things aren't really intact or you're just not feeling yourself that day. So that was good. But they gave you the option. I could wear pants to work if I wanted on certain days. So that's what it is. I think that if they were going to switch it, they should give the girls one or two options. Not that big of a deal. It's really not. If you're working there, why the fuck do you care anyways?
Right. So I know you're outraged about the story. Body camera footage shows officer dragging a paralyzed man from the car by his hair. Let me go to this story. I hate now. Mouse.
That is raising some concerns. In the video, the man, a paraplegic, is forcibly pulled from his car by officers after it appears to refuse to comply with their demands. Here's ABC's Elwin Lopez.
Tonight, police body camera video showing the moment officers yank Clifford Owensby out of a car by his hair and arm after he tells police he's a paraplegic. Police stopping the 39 late last month in Dayton, Ohio, saying they saw him leave a suspected drug house. One officer heard several times offering assistance.
I can't get out of the vehicle, sir. I'm going to assist you. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to touch me.
Owensby then pulled from the car and pinned against the ground. Police say $22,000 in cash was found in the car, a narcotics canine alerting to it, meaning they say it had been in close proximity to illegal drugs. Tonight, it will be in the hands of the city prosecutor on whether Owensby will face any charges. The Dayton Fraternal Order of Police saying the officers followed the law, adding sometimes the arrest of non-compliant individuals is not pretty.
Lindsay, police say they are investigating that incident, and tonight Owensby says.
So, what's your thought, Alex? Because I don't know where he went. He had $22,000 in his car that were buy drugs. I believe that they try to comply with him. I mean, Tori, what do you think?
That was rough for me to watch. I don't care how much fucking money he had in the car. You don't drag somebody out of the car that can't fucking get out on their own. You call for assistance. You try to help him in a different way. You try to arrest him in a different way. And then they drug him like that. And did they find drugs, or they just found money that was near drugs?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
No drugs though, right?
Yeah, no drugs.
Well, I've been arrested and had $25,000 on me, and my money came from selling weed that was legal, and they pinned me as a fucking drug pin, a drug lord, and did that shit to me. And I can legally walk, or I can physically walk. I'm able-bodied, and I was, man, that was just rough to watch, right? I have PTSD from that still. So when you're traumatized like that, and now you're going to do this to somebody because their money might have been near narcotics. What kind of narcotics? Did they even really say?
No.
It's unacceptable. And of course it would be Dayton, Ohio, the armpit of the fucking United States.
I ain't got no comment. What else can I say to that? I mean, it's fucking horrible, man.
Disgusting.
I don't have no comment to that.
Absolutely disgusting.
Tired of seeing it. That's my comment. Especially, I mean, like I can't even fathom that shit. So that's about all I got on that one. It's just horrible, man.
Yeah. All right, I know you.
He didn't have a gun. He didn't cause it. He wasn't a threat to anybody. Is that really necessary?
Got kids. Once again, I always go back to that. God bless them. God bless his kids, his family, whoever has to are around those people on a daily basis. I feel sorry for them.
So I know you posted this. Washington State football coach. We'll jump into NCAA. Rolovich fired. How it happened and what comes next for more. So he refused to get his vaccination. Thoughts, Alex?
I get the vaccine or you lose your job. I didn't even read the article. It's just another one of those articles. Get the vaccine or get the going. I mean, another beating a dead horse, man. I mean, hey, it's just it sucks that, you know, you got a lot of people relying on you, kids, and that, you know, look up to you and all that type of stuff. And I mean, that's his choice. So it is what it is, man. You rather sit at home and lose pay?
Right.
Enjoy the holidays. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But everybody has their own, you know, everybody has their choice, and that was his. So.
Right. Yep. It is what it is, and we're gonna stay on this COVID topic. Evander Kane from the NHL. We talked about this story previously. Suspended for 21 games for breaking NHL protocol for making will now be allowed to play any for the Sharks first quarter of the season. The NHL is banned to start for 21 games violating the COVID-19 protocol. Leagues officially announced his suspension Monday. They did not specify what the rule he broke, and so I don't think I thought they said, hey, you made up a fake one, so that's kind of bullshit. Of course, Kane has reportedly under investigation for alleged submitting fake COVID vaccine card in NHL. So they suspended him. Maybe just allegations? Kind of weird.
I don't know, man. The guy's got a lot of problems, though. Not just fake COVID cards.
Right.
I mean, he's in. His wife filed for divorce because of domestic abuse. Let me see what else was going on. There was a few things. They were saying that he was gambling. Allegations of him gambling on NHL games.
Oh no!
All kinds of shit going on, bro. So pick one. Guy's a mess.
So this story, Kyrie, has been.
And then he don't want to get vaccinated, so that's
right.
even worse.
Right.
Jeez. Cherry on top.
Kyrie Irving's story has been everywhere. It's in every news thing because he's such a big star. He's going to be making $17 million and not even play a game. It's infuriating people. They said, we wish that he didn't have the ability to make it. This is Barkley's opinion on it, and he hits it perfectly. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I'll mute that commercial. New episode. I never seen this. Leverage looks pretty good. It's good. It's a long commercial.
It's a longie.
It's a long commercial.
It's so long. That's what she said. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Here you go.
Or without Kyrie Irving, who will not be able to play or even practice with the team until he is vaccinated. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is urging Irving to get the shot, and now Hall of Famer Charles Barkley had some really interesting remarks.
I got vaccinated. I can't wait to get the booster. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself. Like Adam said, you get vaccinated for your family first. You get vaccinated for your teammates second, things like that. That's what bothered me about this whole thing. I think everybody should get vaccinated. And let me tell you something. I really am proud of the Nets for putting their foot down, for saying, no, we're not going to deal with this half on, half off. The only thing that bugged me, he's still going to make $17 million sitting at home. I wish they could find a way. If he wants to go on this thing, like, you know, people say he's like Ali. First of all, don't ever compare anybody to Ali. Ali went 3 years without boxing. He was the highest paid athlete in the world. This guy going to make $17 million for sitting at home. But to every person out there, you don't get vaccinated just for yourself.
Barkley, they were talking about Kyrie Irving's contract.
Yeah.
That part.
So NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, which he was referring to, wants a vaccinated mandate, says Kyrie Irving's status in issues with New York City. He's saying same thing. Get vaccinated. So that's the NBA Commissioner. He's standing his grounds, and that's the bottom line. He doesn't care. He does not care. So this is a Hall of Famer, another Hall of Famer. I'm going to mute the commercial playing here. Let me. It's saying seconds. This is another
5% vaccination rate. It was Brooklyn Nets all-star Kyrie Irving grabbing headlines this week for his refusal to get the shot. Irving went on social media to explain his decision after the Nets announced he wouldn't be allowed to play or even practice with the team under the city's vaccine requirements.
In order to be in New York City, in order to be on the team, I have to be vaccinated. I chose to be unvaccinated, and that was my choice. And I would ask y'all just to respect that choice. This is not a political thing here. This is not about the NBA. This is not about any organization. It's really about my life and what I'm choosing to do. Don't believe that I'm retiring. Don't believe that, I'm going to give up this game for a vaccine mandate or staying unvaccinated. Don't believe any of that shit, man.
All right, my next guest is an NBA legend and an outspoken advocate for getting the COVID vaccine, 6-time NBA champion and Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, famously featured in a PSA that showed him getting a shot. Kareem, it's an honor to have you join us, and thanks for being such a great example on this important issue. Let's jump right to this. What do you make of Kyrie Irving saying it's not about being anti-vaccine, it's about what feels good to me? What's your reaction to that?
Well, I can understand that he wants to do what feels good to him, but what feels good to him can endanger other people, his teammates, their families, and the other people that work in the Nets organization. If he's going to be around them unvaccinated, he's a risk. So at that point where he is exposing his teammates and the people that he works with to the risk of infection, he's not being a good teammate, and he has to understand that. They have to protect themselves to the extent that they can, and masking and vaccinations have been proven to be effective to that end. So I don't know what he's talking about.
So I know it's beating a dead horse, Alex, but Tori, what's your thoughts on? Do you think this is a political thing from Kyrie Irving? Do you think this is, he's not as a basketball star, he's not speaking out and saying, hey, don't get vaccinated. He just said, I'm not getting vaccinated, which is a different take. You got a guy like Joe Rogan that says, he tells his listeners, don't get vaccinated. But Kyrie Irving saying, hey, I don't care what you do. I'm not getting vaccinated. So
I don't think it's a political thing, but I think the 17 million sitting at home isn't pressuring him to do much about it either. I mean, if I was getting 17 million to sit at home, I'd say fuck your feelings too, probably, if I felt the way he did. I think if he doesn't want to get vaccinated, he shouldn't collect that money. I don't think that should be a given for him, contract or not.
Too late.
I know, right? And so in the contract, there's no there's no null and void in there, which maybe now they will think twice about what they put in the contract.
So I got a question from somebody that's sports, and that, like I said, Alex, you got somebody that, like the NBA, it's giving you a guaranteed contract. But if you was an NFL, there is no guaranteed contract. You either get vaccinated or you don't get paid. Does that bug you that he's sitting at home and he's still collecting $17 million and he won't get the shot?
No, it doesn't bug me, but I'm sure it bugs his teammates. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you're
of course.
And that's the thing, man. You're biting the hand
Why
that
wouldn't
feeds
it?
you. So, I mean, in that interview you played, I don't know where you found that janky ass interview, but he had another one day where he was just contradicting the shit out of himself.
Okay,
really?
It makes no sense. He's like he ain't all up there either, man. There's something going on because it makes no sense what he's doing, and it ain't about the money. It ain't about this. But I'm just doing this because I want to do this. But I don't want, what the fuck are you even talking about, man? So you think
he's doing it for attention?
I don't know why he's doing it, but it makes no sense. Everything he said about it makes no sense. First, it ain't for the money.
He's all over the place.
And then it's like I don't get it. I just boils down to one thing, man. You want to help your teammates, or don't you? And
I think it's insulting to his teammates. Like you said, I think it's insulting.
I don't know.
If you were his teammate and you had to do this, and you were kind of on the fence, but again, like what's his name said, you're not doing it for your family. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for the people you love, and you're doing it for your teammates.
Just put that shit on repeat. I mean, it's for real. Not even thinking about the money. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's just being a selfish fucking prick. I don't know. Only he can answer that. But everything he said so far is, I really don't. Once again, don't even care about the guy. Stay at home, whatever. They got a solid team. Somebody else will take that spot and shine, hopefully. And they'll just forget about him, bite the bullet on him or whatever. But he's, I'm not retiring, but I don't want to play. But I don't want, like, what the fuck are you? What are you talking about, man?
So
okay, like
yeah,
it makes no sense whatsoever.
Just
So
talking in circles, it sounds like.
Selfish, yeah, and he's making me talk in circles. It's annoying. Fuck that guy. It's an insult to the league, insult to his teammates, organization, and fans. Number
the whole
one.
thing. That's why I don't think he deserves it.
Bullshit, man. You know, there was, you know.
So how long will he be able to collect that money for?
I mean, that's just probably like his first contract.
Say that again.
Yeah.
I think that's per season. So if he sits out next year, he'll get another 17 million. 17 million. Doesn't have to play
contract.
I really don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what he signed. I think he signed like a 4 or 5 year deal.
So he could sit there for 5 years and just collect?
Yeah, and then he could retire.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, that policy needs to be changed.
I'm just
like they say, man, Kyrie Irving only cares about Kyrie Irving. That's the last time I'm gonna speak on this shit because it's fucking.
I wonder how many friends he kept.
A 4 year deal. And he played last year. So he's got
3
he just signed with them because he bounces around. He bounces around the league because he's a fucking
asshole.
He's just I hate to use the word, but he's a cancer in the fucking locker room everywhere he goes. LeBron James couldn't set him straight, man. You know what I mean? He was a rookie playing with LeBron James, and he couldn't get his shit together. So it's like, and he wanted LeBron James.
Sounds pretty entitled to me.
LeBron James left, and he still couldn't.
So he's in his third year.
His job.
In the third year with the Nets. His final contract is next year, and then he's a free agent in 2023.
So I guarantee no one's gonna take him on after that.
But that's the thing. He is such a good player that
you think they will?
That's what. Oh, somebody, of course, somebody that's willing to throw the money out there.
But what if he's not vaccinated by then?
Then there you go. See?
They're still going to take him on? You think so?
No. I'm saying that's a great point.
I think he's
That's
fucking himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exact chasing his own tail, man.
Mm-hmm. I think
exactly
they were dealing with his bullshit, but now that he's not vaccinated,
you hit a bullseye.
Won't be. He pretty much ended his career.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you want to be remembered for. Oh, he was a great player, but he just was a mess. You know what I mean?
My daughters to know and remember.
One of the players that, but.
Mm-hmm. But he was a player that was too selfish to take a vaccine to protect everybody around him, as well as himself, more than what he's doing. Yep. So, and he collected $17 million for 2 seasons sitting on his ass. Great way to be remembered.
So this was a story that I was a little confused, and I know you sent it to me, but I posted it earlier that day. Vanessa Bryant, suing LA County for emotional distress. The county wants to wants her to take a psychological exam before a trial. What would be the purpose of them take that test?
Because she's suing them, and they're a bunch of fuckheads. The person that leaked the pictures was a police officer.
Right.
Who should be taking the psychological evaluation is the police officer who leaked the photos. Who takes pictures of dead people? Not just dead children. There was children on there. Children, other people, him, her daughter. This wasn't just her husband she left. She lost her child. I think losing her child probably was the more devastating part than her losing her husband, and the whole thing together wrapped in one. And they want her to take a psychiatric evaluation to prove whether it triggered her or what? Absolutely fucking disgusting. To even insinuate that it wouldn't trigger something in her is just, it's appalling. It's disrespectful. It's insulting. It's disgusting. Shame on them for even fucking requesting that. What they should be doing is giving this officer a psychiatric evaluation to find out who the fuck he thinks he is and why he did such a fucking disgusting, absolutely disgusting thing.
Right.
Terrible. Shame on them. They need to pay the fuck up.
The doctor that took the selfie of Joan Rivers when she was on the table, they fired him. What are you doing? Like, she died. You were fucking taking a selfie.
What is wrong with you? And not only did he do that, he sent pictures. He sent them to people.
Right. Oh, look who I got on my table. Yeah.
You snap pictures of dead children, and just because it was Kobe, like, I don't give a fuck if you like him or not. That's just, it's inhumane. It's disgusting. It's morbid. It's sick. You're fucking sick in the head. The only person that should be evaluated is him.
Right. It was
insane.
I was at getting blood work maybe about a couple of weeks ago, and I had my phone with me, and she's like, "Please turn your phone off." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Damn it!" It's like I was just reading a text message. She goes, "Well, it's not that. It's just that young kids come in here and they want to take a selfie while I'm taking blood, and you cannot do that." And I'm like, "They really do that? They really do?" And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "That's against HIPAA. It's so many different violations." She says, "You can't." And I brought up the Joan Rivers thing, and she's like, "Yeah, that guy was fired immediately." But that's crazy that, you know what I mean? Like, that whole cop thing would be taking pictures of Kobe laying there. That's just sick. Like, why would you?
Child and all the children and the coaches. These are people. These are kids that would come over to her house to have dinner. These weren't just people, strangers. These were families that she knew and loved. They were a team, along with her child and her husband. To even insinuate that this didn't affect her the way it did and that she just kept it moving, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And for the county to actually request that, just fucking pay the woman. Y'all fucked up. Right. One of yours fucked up. Handle it the proper fucking way.
So I don't watch much WNBA.
Find out after November 5th. We'll find out. Hopefully everything goes in all
I
in
hope
favor.
she hands them their whole ass. I really do. I hope that judge and any, I don't foresee any judge really giving a fuck about what the prosecutor, what the other side says, or what the, I don't know, what would that be, the defense? I don't fucking know. Fuck them. Fuck those people.
I don't watch much women's basketball or WNBA. I don't even know what the name of Chicago's team is.
Neither do I.
Yes, Scott.
Listen, I before you continue, I really never watched it, but I became friends with somebody who is an ex-WNBA player, and I started to watch it. Them women do not fucking play. It's like college ball. They are fucking fierce.
I mean, I watch it, but I don't sit there and watch it like that.
They don't fucking play.
Been watching it since they came out. I went to it.
They don't give a fuck. Smack that shit
I went to
right out
games
your
back
hand.
in the day. Detroit
yeah,
games.
they're so competitive. It's impressive.
Big swim cash.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I know Phoenix has always had a good team, Phoenix Mercury, and I think they were WNBA champions last year, and I guess they said Candace Parker legacy came full circle as she leads Chicago Sky. Like I said, I didn't know what their name was, to the NBA championship, and I think
Candace Parker is a legend, man.
Yeah.
She did beat Skylar Diggins over there, who I love a lot, but yeah. I watched some of it. I tuned into some of it. Some of the last game only. But yeah, like I said, to see, I love Candace Parker. I know who some players are. I don't watch it faithfully, but I know who Candace Parker is and Skylar Diggins and, you know, a couple players, stuff like that. So, but yeah, not an avid WNBA fan, but I mean, hey, I try to give them love when I can and share stories and stuff. So
yeah. Yeah, I met one. She coaches now, but when Zach was in the hospital, one of his hospitalizations, we stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, and her son was having open heart surgery and he was just born. And like some people, you know, you kind of just keep to yourselves, but she just really like, she started talking to me. And so every day we'd go in the kitchen and meet and chat. And I was kind of a vet in the hospital at that point, and she was new to it. And then one day she's like, I don't know, we're just drawn to each other. I was like, you're really cool, right? And then I never asked her, it never dawned on me, this 7-foot woman, like she was a basketball player, but she always was wearing like Nike jogging suits and shit. And I mean, it kind of just knew, but I didn't say anything, right? And then one day, she said she had on like a Michigan State outfit. She's like, "Oh yeah, I went to state. I played women's WNBA." And I was like, "No shit, really?" So then we started talking, and I had said to her, "You know, what's your son's name?" And she's like, "His name's Diesel." And I was like, "Oh," and like we just clicked, right? It was like we were meant to be friends. So yeah, then I pulled up some footage of her. I was like, dude, she a whole ass beast. Her husband is from Australia. He's got a super cool accent. You just want to hear him talk. Super cool family.
That's cool. Alex, this is the last and final story.
Hey, some of the women can bust some of the men's ass. So
listen,
I've seen it.
I would not fuck with her. I would not fuck with her.
I've seen it live, and I'm not talking about professionals. I'm saying I've seen girls on the playground bust some ass. So
yeah, she's super fucking cool.
So this is the final story. Big Papi, legendary Big Papi, says Bond belongs in the Hall of Fame, best ever. I know we probably haven't ever talked about this, but do you believe that Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, Alex?
I don't see why they don't put him in there. But I really don't care until Pete Rose, somebody that's been waiting like 50 years to get in there. So I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would say he deserves in there to be in there. I mean, 762 home runs. I mean, I don't know, man. It's all that politics once again. So they put him in there. I mean, who didn't take steroids and shit? And just like, come on, there's people in there that have took them and just. So yes, to answer the question, yes, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Do you know how the Hall of Fame? I think I had somebody explain to me. It's a bunch of sports writers that have the vote, and if they didn't,
that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, and so that's kind of a shitty system, because Barry Bonds wasn't the biggest fan of the media. So for him to get axed or not given that opportunity, if you weren't like, let's say, like I was thinking, but if like I said, Miggy, where he's playing around and he gets along with the media, this is a guy that will probably, first time he gets eligible, they'll vote him in just because of his numbers and he had a good personality, blah, 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 blah. So the guy like a Barry Bonds, he always kind of shrugged the media. He didn't want to deal with them. He would always, walk away from them. Do you think that's the reason why you say politics? Is that the biggest reason why that he's not in Hall of Fame? Because based on numbers, he should be eligible. But should he have an asterisk? A lot of people, like Alex C., that he said he should have an asterisk on it. Now, I understand that when you have
saying that for over 20 years and there ain't no asterisk next to nobody. So,
but what I'm saying is,
when is that ever going to happen?
You still have to have skills to hit the ball. You cannot. Steroids is not going to be able for you to hit the ball. It might maybe hit the ball farther, but I don't know. You got to still have the ability to hit the ball. So I agree that you should not have an asterisk. It shouldn't even be brought up. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, just like Big Papi says. Like you said, Pete Rose, another guy that didn't get along with the media, didn't get along with the sports writers that give him that eligibility. I just think like you said, very political, and you had to basically kind of kiss up to the media to get in there, to be eligible, to get in there, to get voted in there. You think that system should be changed, Alex, because of the
No, it ain't never gonna be changed.
I didn't say should. I'm saying
no. No, it's been, how long has baseball been around? No, it ain't never gonna change, man. You don't think so? Okay. I know on both of them. No to both. I mean, I talked to you about Pat Caputo. He's been writing for the Tigers. Shit, probably before I was born or something. I don't know, but I don't remember what he said, so I'm not quoting him. But I mean, he has, he voted for Alan Trammell. He voted for Lou Whitaker. He's voted for these guys that he believes should be in there. And I got to try to find some of that that footage or whatever where he was being interviewed talking about that. But no, I believe the sports writers. I mean, it's a lot different now, but I believe that they take that very seriously, wouldn't you? I mean, to come a long way, whether you're in broadcasting or just in the media business period, whether you're a journalist or whatever it is you do, I would think they take that very, very very, very seriously and dear to the heart, because they're baseball fans. They're not just your average Joe. These guys were like, I don't know how it is now, but so yeah, I don't ever see that changing, man. Not in baseball. So, but yeah, Barry Bonds should be in there. Mark McGwire. I mean, that's fine. Put whatever, man. Put a heart next to their name. I don't give a shit. Just put them in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean nothing. That ain't gonna. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like I said, there's guys in there that were assholes and they had mediocre numbers or maybe they had great numbers, but they were assholes. So I mean, I don't know. It's all up to the voters, man. Basically, it. Miguel Cabrera is a first ballot Hall of Fame. There ain't no ifs or buts about that.
Right. So
you know what I mean? Guys like that.
Do you think that there's certain things that they have to be able, their numbers, like, so they got to win a World Series, they got to be MVP. Is there certain things that
it just depends on who's on? It depends on who's on the ballot.
Okay.
It depends on what, if you got, you got 3 shortstops that, I mean, played consistently for 10, 12 years and put up the same numbers, and they retire that year. It just depends on who's on the ballot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you have to, that's how they determine what's what, who's who, and who they want to vote on. So
okay,
you never know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like I said, when they showed the class, the Hall of Fame basketball class,
right.
I mean, look at those guys. That's a given. I mean, last year Kevin Garnett, and this year Chris Webber, like those guys were just like ridiculous. They should be first ballot Hall of Famers. So, right. Even without winning a ring, Chris Webber didn't win a ring, but he did so much for the game. So, okay. I think it should be judged on that. Obviously what you did for the game, but I don't think sports. To finish, the question. I don't think sports writers. They have to put their emotions to the side, is what I'm saying. So,
so you think? See, I think differently. I think they might have been cited by Barry Bonds, like, oh, I'm not interviewing you, and they kept those grudges, and they're like, I don't care
that's
what.
Part of the game, man. But you think Barry Bonds is the only guy that has ever did that? That's Barry Bonds is the only. Those guys are the ones that we actually see, because those are who the camera are going to be on.
Right.
There's been a bunch of Ryan Leaf, first round draft pick, NFL. Guy was a prick. He didn't make it. He was a bust, biggest bust in the NFL. They put the camera on him one time, and guess what? That's the only footage you ever see of him blowing up like a fool. And that's the last you ever seen of him. So, it's all about who they put the camera on, man. That shit happens all the time, minor leagues, I'm sure, and all of that type of stuff. So, but yeah.
I think that the voting in baseball, especially in baseball, I think it should be more equal across the board. Just like when a jury's picked, you pick certain people. I don't think it should be. I don't even know how many sports writers actually vote in, but I think
it's like 5 from every like state or so. It's something like that. It's something like that, like a certain amount from each, state. I believe that it was something like that, but
I just think it should be more fair. Like a guy like Pete Rose, he did and he admitted what he did, and I think a guy like that needs to be in. I mean, this is the #1 hitter next to the Japanese fucking hitter that hit it whatever 2,000 over
3,000. Yeah. He was the first. Pete Rose, the first player to 3,000 hits. So.
Yeah, that guy. There shouldn't be any question. Okay, he gambled. He admitted it. He never gambled on his team, right? I think that he gambled on other teams. Okay. Did he commit the all-time sin? Maybe.
Back then, yeah, but
but okay,
now.
It's a different world now. Let's move on. Let's get let's get him in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds, was he a prick? Sure.
Right.
But does he deserve to get in the fucking Hall of Fame? Yes, I think so.
Remember that episode, Tori, King of Queens, when I know I probably talked about it before when she cut her hair. He was like, he said you look like Pete Rose. That shit was funny as fuck, man.
That's funny.
That shit was hilarious.
Dumb references to that show all the time, and this doesn't have to do with our topic right now, but the other day, this guy rolls up where we were at, right? And I was getting a delivery, and this guy rolls up, and he's got this big, massive ass truck, and he pops it open like big dick energy.
No.
Dom out of nowhere goes, "Damn, that motherfucker just pulled up like fucking Heffernan," and I was lost my shit. He's like, as he said, he thought he pulled up, he was Doug fucking Heffernan.
That's funny as hell. That's funny.
So yes, I remember when she said that about Carrie's hair. That's just funny as hell. I love that fucking show.
Yeah.
I was like, he really did roll up like fucking Doug Heffernan.
Her shit was chopped off like they put a bow on her.
Yeah, they put a bow on her.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
I ordered some press kits for you. I don't know, media kits or whatever.
You ordered what?
I ordered some media kits for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Really what it is the it's going to be nice, printed, full color, laminated, everything. So you can get it to anybody that wants, and this is the topic that I want to talk about, anybody that wants to advertise. So you can get it to friends or anybody that wants to advertise. And like, you got Marlon, he's got his clothing line if you want to advertise. Alex, if Robert wants to advertise his advertising company on our podcast. So what I guess the moral of my point is, if you want to advertise on our podcast, please reach out to me, DM Alex, Tori, me. If it fits your business needs, reach out. Definitely, we can put a commercial together. We can do all kinds of things. It will be inserted in the podcast. So if you feel like your business needs that wants to support the show, if you want to advertise with the show, if you want to sponsor the show, definitely reach out. Where I, definitely would love to have you part of the show. So I wanted to tell you guys that, and I also wanted to tell anybody that's listening from now or once I actually distribute and broadcast the show on all the platforms. Definitely, we have a nice media kit. You email me, anybody on the shows, we'll get you over a media kit so you can show and see all the different what packages you can advertise. So I wanted to at least tell you guys that, and they told me definitely I need to start telling people if they want to advertise or sponsor the show, definitely reach out to us.
I'm actually going to everything goes good. Going to check out little Robert Courtney's son. He got 2 games left, and it's crazy because I reached out to him a couple of days ago, and he was like, "Yeah, his last 2 games are actually over here, like closer to me. One's in like Dearborn Heights, and the other one's in like Woodhaven, which ain't far. So I'm gonna go check him out, man. Go see this superstars. Kid's amazing, man. Two-star
go
athlete,
live.
whatever.
Go live while you're there.
I'm gonna go over there and check it out, and I would definitely have a little one-on-one business meeting with Rob and shit for sure.
Anybody
get his take and see what he thinks.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I know you go get your haircut by Jen if she wants to advertise her barbershop, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're friends with your dentist, you're friends with your doctor. Anybody that wants to advertise on our podcast, keep in mind it is nationwide, countrywide. It goes everywhere. So we're not. I know a lot of our listeners come from Detroit, LA, New York. So there's listeners all over the country. If you want to advertise,
Arizona, California, Nevada.
If you want your clothing line, you want to advertise this, that, whatever the case may be. Advertising, we can put a nice
especially if you have a online business. That's really great to advertise for.
I mean, I don't know if your niece is still doing the cooking thing. She wants to advertise her cookies.
Oh yeah, she'll be like, no, I'm good. She's some people know their cutoff line when it comes to she does it by herself,
yeah.
but
giving you an example.
But yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's like, shit, holidays are coming on. Because I always ask her, hey, can I put your, can I promote it a little bit? And she was like, hold on, don't just only on Instagram because she she's making all
sometimes
this.
they have
you
so
see
much.
what she's making.
Yeah.
She's doing that by herself, man. So if anybody knows out
What
there,
does she do?
that does that, she does the strawberries and all that. Like, you got to go to her page, Craves and Crafts.
Send it to us, Alex.
Chocolate colored strawberries, pretzels, all that stuff like that. But
that shit's time consuming. I just did that shit the other day for Sweetest Day. That shit's time consuming as fuck.
I appreciate it, but
I just ate a chocolate covered pretzel before I came on.
I'm gonna send you the link right now.
I was like, oh, this is plant based. I'm trying to eat plant based stuff, and I just found out chocolate comes from a plant. So.
Trouble.
I
wanted to at least talk about the advertisement thing. Definitely, if you want to talk about friends, relatives, anybody that has a small business that would like to advertise on our show and that it would fit their business model, there you go.
Right. Yeah, and once again, quick plug for Robert Courtney and Associates Marketing and Branding Agency. You can find the page you can find them on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Once again, it's Robert Courtney and Associates Marketing and Branding Agency, or just Google it. It'll come up. You see the R right behind me, registered R. Specializes in marketing, digital strategies, marketing and branding, and anything you're trying to do for your company, small or big, all around the world. Contact them because nobody's doing it like they are. And I'll plug one more thing. Our second show of ATW podcast, All Things Wrestling, is this Sunday. Had a good time.
Congratulations on your first episode.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun. It was fun. This is this week we'll be talking about breaking down Crown Royal, the results, and of course AEW. I get the AEW and ATW. I'm getting that shit all mixed up. But AEW, Dynamite, and Rampage, we'll be covering those shows. So yeah, just tune in every Sunday, 12 p.m., 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook. Alex, congratulations. I sent you guys a text earlier. You guys are now officially on Google Podcast.
Need to get a little chime snippet right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations, confetti.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
right. Shoot your confetti.
All on all the platforms. Definitely, thanks for everybody that's buying. Hoodie season. Make sure you go to Word on the Street, merch.com. You got the green, you got the red, and you
love it.
My favorite color, red.
Yeah, I like the red. I like the pink, the green, the blue, the black's my color. The army green. Again, wish I could fuck with the white because I would rock it. People that can wear white really got their fucking life together. They cook breakfast. They don't make Pop-Tarts. They wear white.
Hell no.
Their fiber intake is probably amazing.
I used to walk around with lint brushes when I had for real, when I would wear those back in the day. I pull out little
like I told you, I use too many creams and things. I be doing too much.
For that shit.
You're doing too much.
My wrists be all dirty and shit.
If you go to wordonthestreetpod.com, it shows you where you can have
your dirty wrist.
Dirty wrist.
Damn, DJ Dirty Wrist. I'm sorry. That should have been
lotion, dirty neck, dirty wrist. I look like a bitch with a little ponytail and a dirty neck wearing a white shirt.
Oh my God.
I know y'all know.
I got a question before we go into this. So if I noticed, I've been with a couple women, maybe 2 or 3.
Just a few.
When a girl wears a white bra and you see all the makeup and shit, and you're like, damn, bitch, don't you ever wash your bras? Does that irritate you as a woman, Tori, that if you wear a white bra and it's dirty?
I shun away from white bras.
No, I'm just saying. I'd be like, damn, caca.
Mm-hmm. So two things. One, I shun away from white bras because, like I said, I use a lot of lotions. I use a lot of creams, bronzers, deodorants, sprays, all of that, right? I only wear a white bra if my outfit absolutely has to have it. And I'll wear a bra with white in it, but I tend to like darker colors in general. And I feel that darker bras, you get more use out of them. Bras are fucking expensive. Like, it is really fucking expensive to get a good bra, especially if you got big boobs, right? So the white bras, even if you hand wash them, they just don't stay crisp. And I'm not walking around looking like a dirty hoe. I'm not letting no white strap pop out looking yellow, tan, cream, dirty, gross. So I try not to fuck with the white bras. Plus, you can see through your clothes when you wear a white bra a lot of times. It's just kind of tacky.
Tacky. So there's the advertisement button. You hit the contest. It tells you about the host read, custom integration, dynamic placement, all kinds of different things. And then you can hit submit. Blah, 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 blah. There is our calendar. I wanted to bring that up. So coming up.
Wait, question. Do guys really look at, sorry, do guys really look at ladies' bras like that?
I do. I'm judgy as fuck.
They're fucking that nasty enough to stand out and kind of hard to miss. And it's gross, yes.
Okay, I didn't know. I was just asking.
Yeah, she got a dirty ass crusty ball. She probably got a dirty sheet.
I will admit, I got kind of boring in my old age. Like I like just a plain bra that you can't see underneath. I do got some lace ones, but I'm telling you, after I gained the COVID 30, the motherfucker's got my whole boob popping out like a muffin top at the top. I'm like, dude, you got a whole ass titty on top of a titty. So maybe I just need to go new bra shopping. But I'm really trying to hold off on bra shopping until I get the new girls. So
there you go.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was wondering if that's a thing.
So Saturday's topic: Are men intimidated by women that make more money than them? We'll talk about it. Think about it. Let it marinate. You tell me. So
no, I'm just kidding.
Our website, Word on the Street Pod. You can subscribe right here. Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher. You can do all that right there.
Sniffer. Stitcher.
Yeah, Sniffer. Sniffer. That's the panty site.
That's the panties selling site, Sniffer.
Yeah, Sniffer.
There you go, ladies. Put you up on a little game. Go get your bag.
So not just subscribe to our video cast on Facebook or anything like that. Make sure you go and hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our show.
And notification. Hit the notification bell too. It helps us out. And you don't miss us, because I know y'all miss us.
You don't miss us. That's pretty much
5-star ratings. 5-star ratings. I want to know where people are listening to us. If they're listening to us on the drive home, on their Walkman, if they still have one these days, on their Bluetooth, whatever. But I want to know where it's coming from. And if there's anything,
I have a lot of people tell me they listen while they're cooking dinner.
Give us reviews and all that good stuff so we can understand what you might want to see more down the road or talk about.
Here's
yeah.
Give us feedback.
Yeah, inbox with some topics you want to hear about.
Yeah, so here I could throw this out there right now if somebody's listening. If anybody's listening across the world, if it's Step International, I will not. If you give us, if you subscribe and you write a review, I will send you a hoodie. You just tell me the color. How about that?
Love it.
And if one more quick thing, if once again, it's the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'm trying to get somebody on that's comfortable talking about it and wanting to spread the word, and then so if anybody is listening that's out there and is willing to come on and do 20 minutes, half hour, whatever, it'd be much appreciative. And
I just thought of a friend.
Just wanted to throw that out there. And obviously, if anybody's dealing with any any problems, anything you just want to talk. Mental Awareness Month. There's a whole bunch of awareness going on right now. So once again, I just want to throw that out there, and we are here for you. Word on the Street family is here for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
I agree.
Don't forget to check out Saturday's show. Like I just announced it. Alex's show on Sunday. We're fully packed. We need to figure out, Tori, when you're going to put your show on. What day? You got 2 cents. You had 2 cents.
Time and place. No pressure. No pressure. No.
I know. I have all these things. I have things. I'm trying to figure out.
These people, they can only take one dose of us. Let's
inject
them slowly.
The last thing we're talking about is, should a relationship be more about companionship, compatibility instead of emotional love? Don't tell me. Maybe call in on Monday. Let me know. But there's my show. Don't forget to check out our show on Saturday. You can follow me everywhere at Dreek Swift on all platforms. So thanks for tuning in, Alex.
You can follow me on SportsMouth at SportsMouth313 on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can follow me, Tori Rochelle, on Facebook, at All Beauty All Beast on Instagram, at The Savage Kitty, that's THEE Savage Kitty on Twitter, and Tori Smooches on Snapchat.
Let me play this video, and we will bounce out.
There you have it.
Bounce, 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 bounce. Oh, I'm just kidding. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody listening. Hey, you can follow us everywhere on all platforms. Keep in mind, always washing your hands, wearing your mask, and washing your ass. Peace out, guys.
God bless.
See you Saturday.
Bye. See you Saturday, guys.